Hello and welcome to AntipoDnD, a show in which a bunch of Australians play Dungeons and Dragons in a setting partly inspired by prehistoric Australia and New Zealand and my worst nightmares. I am David, I'm the Dungeon Master. I am joined by April, Kynwin, Doug and Zindi. And our heroes are in the process of starting a revolution for all intents and purposes. They are convicted of crimes that either they didn't commit or that definitely shouldn't be described as crimes, certainly not crimes warranting 7 to 14 years penal servitude. They were shipped across the sea, they managed to escape their transport, and they found themselves a new boat, got ahead of their transport to the penal colony they were sent to, and they have decided, after speaking to several locals and scouting around a bit, that the best course of action is to give the settlement over to the convicts, to kick out the bad people who are running it. And they have formulated a plan, which they did send to me during the week. It is a plan that actually begins with them. The last thing that they did last session was go to, two of them went to the prison barracks, where they had a brief word with Cascan Weil, the definitely not Wilson Fisk of the prison community, who perhaps was less than impressed by the pitch they presented to her, but it seems that at the very least she is not going to oppose their efforts. She seems largely committed to simply seeing how it plays out and picking her sides when a winner becomes apparent.
Respectable.
But
good plan.
So Gwendolyn and Duncan, who were the ones who went to that meeting, have returned to the Wicked Pixie Tavern, where Drench and Todd have just been hanging out with Waratah, who is the fairy innkeeper, who is sort of the mastermind behind this whole thing, but is not a fighter herself and is now very nervous about everything. Gwendolyn and Duncan, you've just walked back into the Wicked Pixie.
Oh, hey, man. And lady, how'd it go?
I was a little flat. But, Cascan Weil is not going to murder us on sight. It's
Okay.
nice.
Cool. Is that someone we need to worry about a lot when they're out? Are we gonna
She
go
was very
from-
large. She could snap me and you like a twig.
Oh. Is that the mafia one?
Yes.
Judging by the way the guards were deferring to her, I would say so.
How does Drench know the word mafia?
I don't know. Hang on.
He knows everyone.
He has a scrying glass and he watches a lot of mafia folk to pass the time.
He's looking underbelly.
There's a regular.
If Drench knows everyone, Drench definitely knows at least a few Yakuza blokes.
There is a regular play at the Crown Theatre in Heronsperch called The Autos.
Yeah, he loves it. What I wanted to ask was, are we handing, like, if she gets out and, like, takes power, are we going to be giving Liberty Bay from, like, the cormorant to, like, the mafia? I've heard that word.
That's none of our business, is it?
That sounds like a Liberty Bay problem, not
I don't know.
Us problem.
We're giving them the tools to a better world. What they choose to build with it is...
She's right here, man.
Waratah is sitting right there, and she says, who runs this place is... who's going to run this place is...
Oh.
Look, Connie, she's like the avatar of the god of equality. So I think if it to become anything other than like a democracy, she might be a bit upset about that.
Sorry.
Yes, but
Yes.
if we put in place a leader, it wouldn't be democracy, so we must simply leave and let them choose amongst themselves. It's the truest form.
Sorry. I think that might be.
Roritar says, that's got a weird bit of logic to it, you know? That's... But I wasn't planning on... Honestly, I don't know whether I'm still going to be here after this happens, or whether I'm going back to
Exactly.
Providence.
Neither are we.
Okay, I don't feel great about leaving it in the hands of the mafia, dude. You know.
What about, did you get a chance to talk to Etienne?
No.
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 I was wondering whether he might be
Wait.
good to, you know... He seems like I don't know him very well, but from what I've heard, he feels like he's got everyone's best interest at heart, so...
Was that the surgeon?
No, that was Jen.
No, that's the other prisoner.
No, Etienne
Oh,
Henri.
he may have heard me singing.
Oh, the other prisoner. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the same amount of information access as the large one.
Well, did you speak to him in common?
No, I was summoned to one part of the prison, and then we left because we were being watched the
Oh, how do you
entire
know-
time.
Oh, how do you know he got the message, man?
Because I sang it loudly in the middle. That was the whole plan.
I was asking,
The
does he
mafia
know?
woman
Does
was
he
an
know thieves
extra
can't?
step.
Does the other guy know thieves can't? Do we know that?
I don't know.
Well, that's not part of the plan.
He
The
was-
plan was go in, warn people, and leave.
You
I
warned
got an
everyone.
extra meeting.
Yeah, I know. I totally believe you, man. I just think you warned everyone who know thieves can't.
Well, I mean, there was a good chance of there being a significant amount of them.
At the very least, you can hope that buzz is spreading throughout
Yes.
the prison.
I assume people in a prison speak to each other in some way. That is beyond our ability to control.
Surely, when general elections are called, enough people like Etienne that we will have some kind of election.
Who's calling the general election, man?
Well,
And
presumably.
we are not staying to do that.
I don't know how comfortable I am just kind of leaving them to their own devices, man, without some sort of government body and setup.
You're very welcome to stay and start building a society, Drench, my love, but we have business on the sea.
What's your business on the sea, man?
Getting the fuck out of this place.
I still just think we should set up maybe some sort of basis of government. Stop.
And how do you propose that?
Well, I mean, after we do all the mutiny and stuff, shouldn't we get a group of people together who can maybe make sure they can control the masses, and perhaps we can put it to a democratic vote in order to elect some sort of council, man?
Waratah says,
Right, and
I sort of thought that's what you were going into the prison to talk to someone about, maybe?
Apparently not, man.
I mean, if you thought that was why I was going to sing in a prison, you might have brought it up before I went to sing in a prison.
Valid.
I mean, you're welcome to go to the prison and speak to this person.
I mean, yeah, I can
If
do
it
that if
is
you want.
so easy to enter a prison and speak
I
to
just-
prisoners
I just
without
turn-
raising any suspicions,
Or I just turn into a rat and I just go
well,
in
do
there.
that.
All right, maybe I will. Gee, you're so prickly today. I didn't do anything to you, man.
Waratah, this is your rebellion at the end of the day. So, everything past affecting the change is entirely in your court. We are simply here to affect the change. You are the herald of all that comes thereafter.
I was really hoping you weren't going to say something like that. Okay.
No, we're just visiting. We are just helping.
Look,
This is not our fight.
Well, it is our fight because we're doing it, man.
No, we are assisting. We are jumping in on a rebellion that was already brewing. We are going to help them accomplish that because it is the right thing to do. And then we are going to continue on with our lives.
And the right thing to do is to leave this new colony in the hands of a mafia?
Oh, I don't care.
I can see that, man.
I mean, surely that only happens if no one else is
Etienne doesn't
around
have
to
the
challenge
support. Yes, and we're keeping them all
that.
in their
Between a
cells
wizard with 20
until...
suits of magical armor, someone with access to the Feywild, and the world's most popular prisoner by all accounts, surely somewhere in there is a block that can engage with this organized crime type.
Waratah.
Yes.
George's eyes are going in two different directions.
Yeah,
Yeah, Duncan has also sort of glazed over, but
Waratah,
as he's talking, like loses the thread, as
while he's speaking.
Waratah turns to Todd and says, "Todd, what do you think? Who should run this place?"
We don't know anyone here.
Well, Todd. Okay, hang on. Let me get into character here.
We have spoken to one person for an extended amount of time, and you're also leaving. So...
I didn't say I was leaving. I just don't know what I'm going to do.
Are you interested in leading the colony?
There is a lot of pack here. There is your pack, and there is their pack, and there is bird pack. And the strong pack keeps the place.
That's what I'm worried about, man.
They fight. Strong pack wins.
Waratah says,
Strong pack keeps.
At least we're giving them a chance.
My thinking, and this is what I'm sure Connie, I know Connie agrees with this, is that the people who seek power are typically the people who shouldn't have it.
That's right, man.
While that is existentially correct, the people who do not seek power tend not to volunteer to have the power, so we don't know who the fuck should have the power. And that is, again, a
well, that's why it shouldn't be one
different
person,
problem.
Man. It's a council. It's got to be a council.
I feel like we are putting the democracy ahead of the rebellion. And these are all questions that can be brought up after we have deposed the cormorant or died.
Okay, you've got a good point there, and he is the Commodore, not a cormorant.
No, he's not the Commodore, he's the Commandant.
He is the Commandant.
He's the cormorant.
Even
so it sounds like he is the Cormorant.
Sounds like he is the cormorant.
He has been is the cormorant.
Congratulations, you've confused Waratah now. So she is going to say, okay, yeah, I mean, you've got a good point. First things first, let's end the present injustice. Then we can talk about what happens next. So, do you have a plan? Yes, you do. You wrote it down.
We gestured to the wet piece of paper.
Which, I mean, Gwendolyn, would you like to try and paraphrase it? In
no.
Gwendolyn's voice? No. Okay. Basically, so the prison transport that is coming in, you're going to portal onto it, instigate a mutiny before it can dock, anchor it out at bay so that it is not a complicating factor during the revolution, but also so that you have a means of shipping out people, shipping out undesirables, essentially. While you're on the boat, you'll also deal with some personal issues. You will then acquire some extra help from among the convicts on the boat, return to Liberty Bay, wait until nightfall when all of the convicts will be back in the barracks and when most of the guards will be off alert and in their barracks. And you are talking about essentially using the animated armors to lock down the garrison and the barracks, while the four of you, possibly with your extra help, or you might send them elsewhere, that remains to be seen, you will sneak into the commandant's manor and basically give him an ultimatum.
An offer he can't refuse.
Yeah. And the hope is that essentially once the commandant has acquiesced, the rest will be able to fall into place without a lot of bloodshed. But we will see. Oh, and the final step is rename Liberty Bay something even cooler like New Liberty Bay.
Yeah. We can workshop that, though.
Well, we can let the people workshop that, right?
Don't we want to be in charge of naming it? God, if I was Aussie, I'd be like, let's fucking get out of here. This place is a tip. But we have to have morals.
Do we?
As the sentiment,
I have to now.
as the sentiment goes, it does have a lot of, currently a lot of agriculture going, as well as what is probably a fairly successful sulfur mine. It's entirely possible.
As long as they fix up their OH&S.
Yeah. If they're a bit more careful, they could probably find ways to actually make this a fairly profitable port.
It could be a lovely little settlement.
Yeah.
And you know who you need to make it the most profitable port it could be? Some kind of organized crime figure who can run the numbers. So,
I mean, to be fair...
We don't know that she's an asshole. She
Do you
might be a
think
benevolent crime overlord.
You know, those benevolent crime overlords.
Well,
Maybe she'll want to go back to Heron's Perch. Who knows?
There's at least one of those in
Wanna go
Samurai
back to Heron's
Champloo.
Perch,
Like,
yes.
come on.
Roritar says, I'm fairly certain Cascanwile is one of the convicts who actually deserves to be here, if you know what I mean. And it is possible that she might want to go back and take control of her, organized crime syndicate on Heron's Perch. I don't know.
I mean, sounds like, well, don't shouldn't say that. It does sound like if I was the mafia boss, I would want to go back to my sparkly home.
Yeah.
And big chair.
Yeah.
Let her take over the ship.
yeah, it'll be fine.
That's fine.
She'll, do whatever. It's perfectly fine.
Roritar says, okay, so that's the plan. You're sending that to the wizard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then guess you're then going to the boat.
Yes.
Dunk is
Yeah, man.
first. And then we shall join him.
Okay, so you're going to swim out.
Yeah.
Right.
I am.
All right. And which of you has the emergency summon the avatar of Desmina stick?
I got it.
Okay. I really hope you don't need it, but again, Connie would definitely rather she would rather save lives than know that lives were lost because we were trying to keep her out of this. Okay, well, let's do this.
We all like high five? Is that what we're supposed to do now?
Hands in.
I don't think.
Cool.
We're currently at the stage of knowing each other where we try to high five and it all goes
Yeah,
real
we-
fucky.
It's like that. Maybe we can that thing you did before was really cool, Gwen, with tall tails, and we all whack our tails. That was fun.
Oh, yeah, yes. That's a thing we could do.
I liked it.
We might get caught in a sort of rat king.
Oh, or we could just dump our tails on the ground. We don't have to touch tails.
I say,
I feel like that's kind of
my
intimate.
tail's a little bit hooked.
Yeah, keep pointy.
So you do need to actually go outside to give the letter to the pseudo dragon.
Oh yeah.
Can
Oh,
do that.
gosh.
He knows where it is.
Who's doing that?
Toad can do that.
Little
He
Todd.
can find the dragon very
Yep.
easily.
Yep, I won't make you roll for it. You see the dragon, you sort of crane your head, and the pseudo dragon recognizes that you have something for it, flies down, you hand it over, it flies off. As you turn to head back into the Wicked Pixie, you see a couple of soldiers have turned up, and they look at you. There's a moment of, what the hell is that? Oh, right, I heard there was something like somebody dressed up a dog walking around, but it's okay, apparently. And one of them says, excuse me there. Do you speak common? Oh, do you know, is Waratah okay in there?
He's sick. Quite cold.
Oh, does she need anything?
It's good. We there.
Oh, good. Okay, it's good she's got you to take care of her. Yeah, she's a good one. You be good to her, you understand? All right. We'll check in later, okay? Okay.
Beans wave.
Todd heads back inside as the soldiers walk off.
Somewhere in there, I guess Duncan has used the Hither staff to drop. I've got to drop both portals straight away, don't I? And then I can relocate one of them later.
I believe you can. You can
no.
drop one and then drop the other whenever you feel like it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
as an action, you can expend one charge to create 2 linked teleportation portals within 1,500 feet of myself. Alternatively, I can expend one as an action to relocate one or both.
So it sounds like
it's drop both and then relocate one later.
Yeah. Okay.
But as long as where I relocate is within 1,500 feet of wherever I am when I relocate, and within a mile of the original portal, then I'm fine.
Yeah. I carefully looked over the wording, and that does seem to be how it works. Any portal you create must be within 1,500 feet of yourself.
Yes.
And the portals can never be more than a mile apart.
Yeah.
Which is something like 5,000 to 6,000 feet or something like that.
Yes. 5280.
It's got full charges too, because we haven't.
Yeah.
It's been ages since we last used it.
So you're in the Wicked Pixie Tavern. Just show me where you're putting the portals.
Oh, should we do it in our room? Maybe.
Do we want secrecy, or am I just putting this here in the bar?
Should we put it maybe behind the bar, just in case someone comes in?
Sounds dead good.
Basement, so it's more subtle.
Yeah, I don't really want it like out. Kitchen might be good.
Maybe this nice little corner of the kitchen.
Go ahead and pick the drawing tool and draw it. Actually, you've even got an ellipse tool. You can just draw a portal.
Hey.
There we go.
There you go. 1, 2. And then I'll relocate one in a sec.
Are they on the floor or against the wall?
Probably against the wall. I'm aiming to have a nice flat section of like the hole that I'm going to portal into rather than the floor.
Okay.
So we're not going to do the cool Honor Among Thieves somersault into a...
I was going to say, having the gravity direction shift while we jump through is probably, I mean, while it's cool...
we're not a high enough level to make
literally. Well, I was going to say we're too low level.
Yeah.
We'll come out
none of us prepared for that.
There would be acrobatics checks.
We'd roll and we'd get sick tummies and
side of the wall.
My God, Dagmar would just like one-handed cartwheel through it, and it would just be so cool.
While it's moving as well.
Yeah.
While shooting an arrow.
Imagine the kind of shit we could have done if we had a hit of this stuff and then our car.
We would have lost it. We would have just like dropped it somewhere.
Okay. Now,
Duncan is going to be at least vaguely aware of the fact that you can probably see through these portals when you drop them. So he's going to try and avoid any like obvious, like if there's a big sign in the kitchen that says "The Wicked Pixie at Liberty Bay, Proprietor Waratah," he's going to make sure that that's not visible from the portal sort of line of sight. But other than that, he's just going to drop it on the wall somewhere reasonably inconspicuous.
Okay. So now I assume Duncan is going to strip off for the swim.
Does he have to?
Good question. What does it say?
I just have
He's
a swim speed
probably
of
fine
40
in the water with
33.
the chainmail. Because, like,
And
he's
yeah,
fucking
he's not-
powerful in the water.
He's not encumbered by it, right?
Wearing heavy
He's
armor.
probably better underwater with the chainmail than on land, because...
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
his fishiness has to be taken into account.
Yeah, it's not heavy armor, is it? It's medium.
Is it? I thought chain was heavy. Hang on. Chain
Plate
is
is
heavy.
heavy.
Okay, it will slow you down while swimming.
Really?
Even though swimming is better than walking for him?
Even with a swim speed?
I believe that's what I'm
That's-
reading.
Ooh.
Now, I will say that because you Duncan is a natural swimmer, you won't tire.
Yeah.
It'll just take you longer to get out there, basically.
I suppose you could pass it off as drag.
Yeah.
I mean, do you need to be fast in this case? You're just swimming up there.
I am just swimming up there. It's probably not. I mean, Duncan's going to take a nice leisurely swim then.
Okay, cool.
Because the Newland isn't close enough that time is a huge issue, right?
Not yet, no.
Yeah, okay. Well, in that case, then I will leave my armor on, because the last time I stripped off because everybody said that it would be a good idea to not have heavy armor and be stealthy, I got this little cookie cutter lamprey bite mark in my left pec. So, and big hooks in my shoulders.
It's hard being a fish man, isn't it?
The best part is he's going to scar up so nicely. Like, Pterica's had the little pretty scars, but Duncan's going to end up with like the full shark scars.
Oh yeah, he's gonna look like a sick great white shark that gets caught and it's like 80 years old or something.
Cool.
Gets got run into by an outboard motor at some point.
So you're
The boat
bringing.
lost.
So you're armored and you're bringing all of your regular gear with you. Yes.
Yeah, I'll have the billhook. I'll have. I mean, that's really the only other thing I've got, other than a light crossbow. And I might leave the fishing tackle at home.
Okay.
But anything that's going to be combat relevant, I will have with me.
So, cut to one of the free settlers of Liberty Bay walking down, probably going to the commissar to buy some meat or something like that, and then this heavily armed and armored fishman just walks by to the end of the pier and bloop, dives into the ocean. And
He will very gently tip his non-existent hat to them on the way through. Good evening.
As only a gentleman would.
I mean,
And off he
it's
goes.
more natural because he is a fishman, right? I feel like it makes more sense.
the settler just gives a friendly hello, goodbye wave.
Wonderful. Duncan is in and enjoying a nice leisurely swim.
Cool.
And
And again, because the ocean is your natural habitat, I won't make you make any rolls for this. The rest of you, this could be quite grueling and even potentially deadly. But you've chosen the right fish for the job. So let's go over to, or indeed, let's go back to
The future!
Newland.
Or that.
Same thing.
Kind of.
So, now, as you, I assume you're actually staying submerged. You're not even poking your head up until you are
correct.
just basically right up against the hull.
Full leisurely swim, arms are out quite loosely, just enjoying being back in the water.
Okay.
As we start to approach the Newland, though, he sort of sharpens up a little bit. The elbows come in. We're not quite accelerating to attack speed, but we're now into serious business body language.
All right. So at what point do you poke your head up to have a look at what is happening on the deck?
Ever so briefly, I think once I've got sufficient line of sight to be able to identify people on the boat, I guess.
Okay.
So probably not within hither-thithering range at that point, maybe a little bit before that. Just sort of popping up and seeing what I can see.
First of all, give me...
But like just the eyes.
Give me a stealth check.
Submersion predator.
Advantage and disadvantage will cancel out. Disadvantage because of your armor. Advantage because you're in the ocean.
Yep. Noted. Well, that is an 11.
11. Okay. Just give me a moment. Okay. Now give me a perception check, please.
Ooh, that is a 5.
Ooh, okay.
It's a boat.
It's a boat.
Yeah.
It's probably the right boat.
Yep, you can't see anybody on the deck, of course, because you cannot see the deck from this angle. You do see that there are a few sailors up in the rigging there on the yards. It looks like that they are quite actively managing the sails at this point because they are approaching land. So here on the map, these sailors at the top are the only ones you've glimpsed so far. They are the ones who are actually high up and working.
Perfect. Well, I will, having noticed them, I'll drop back underwater. And I will approach the keel effectively.
Okay.
There's no like convenient moon pool at the bottom of the Newland that I can just sort of come up out of.
Moon pool?
Hole in the bottom that like the water pressure kind of keeps it out.
No, nothing.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Definitely nothing large enough for a fishman.
Yes. Nothing that would sort of hold like a separate submersible that the Newland has had this whole time and just never announced.
No captain's yacht, I'm afraid.
Yes, no, that's all right. I will, in that case, then I will sort of follow the contours of the hull up and start climbing, looking for a porthole that I can look into above the waterline.
Okay. Stern, bow, midships, whereabouts? I'll drop you on the map.
Thank you. I suspect. So am I coming in from port starboard?
So
Doesn't
this
really matter,
is
does it? I can sort of
the bow.
Yep.
And so that's facing. You're coming generally from that direction because they are pointed towards the bay.
Right. Well, let's aim for port midships somewhere.
Okay.
So if I end up like here, on this line, basically, somewhere.
All right.
But keeping an eye out for obvious portholes. Like I'll detour slightly if there's a porthole that I can stick my head, not through, but across.
Okay. There are no portholes on this ship. There aren't even gun ports because all of the guns are swivel cannons, which are mounted on the railings rather than poking through them.
I see. Well, that being the case, I will continue my climb up towards the main deck.
Okay. In that case, I will need another stealth check, please.
Yes.
I'm loving this Metal Gear fish.
With disadvantage because I'm in my armor but no longer in the water?
Yes, I would say so.
Yeah. All right. That's fine. Well, that is a 9.
Ooh.
I don't know that that's going to make me super stealthy.
Does he get an advantage?
So, no. As you start climbing, give me a perception check, please, before anything else.
Perception check, you say?
Yeah.
Now 28.
13? 13?
13. As you start climbing, you see a pair of hands appear on the railing, and it looks like someone is about to lean over. Can you just roll initiative for me? This is not to say you're in initiative. This is to determine how quickly you respond to what you've just seen.
Flaccid 20.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Fight it.
Well done. The sailor rolled a 19. So what are you going to do? You think it's clear somebody's about to look down at you?
I let go and drop back into the water.
Okay.
It'll cause a splash, but I can't stop that. Well, I guess I'm reasonably...
There's splashing going on down there. It's fine.
You'd be hydrodynamic.
ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of splashing happening around here at the moment.
Yeah.
I will do a perception roll for the sailor. Now, so a sailor comes, looks down, looks around. Looks up, turns around and looks away and steps away. But you get the impression from that the sailors are now on alert. Like someone has spotted something and they're a bit concerned.
If I do a circuit fully to stern,
Mm-hmm.
are there like windows in the captain's cabin up there?
Yes, there are.
Perfect. Let's climb up the back.
Okay. So I'll put you. That is the level of the captain's cabin, and that is so. The captain's cabin is basically a bit above the waterline. So give me again stealth and perception, please.
Stealth with disadvantage gives us an 8. And perception gives us a 15. Sorry, the chainmail clinks, but there's a lot of clinking. Hopefully it will be covered.
Loud. Boats are loud.
Okay. You look through, and certainly I'll say with that perception check, you can see that the captain is... Captain Sharp is in his cabin. He is sitting down at a desk where he seems to be writing in a log. Now I shall do his perception check. No, I shall look at his passive perception because he is not actively looking for you.
Suspect it'll be more than 8.
Yes, it will be more than 8.
Yeah.
So let's do another initiative check to see.
10.
10. He rolls a 4. So he hears something from the window, but he turns to look just as you manage to duck out of sight.
You're like the Meg.
Now,
yes.
These windows.
Now, I'm aware. I am Duncan Lee, formerly of Staeus, now of Mercy. I am aware that I am not a stealthy fish necessarily. Could I potentially pull a different action at that point?
Sure. Okay.
I would like to relocate one of the portals onto the wall behind the captain as he turns to look at me.
You can do that because you can see.
So I am now just a fish with a magic wand going blunk.
Okay.
At his window.
You can draw that on the map if you'd like.
Scary fish.
Let's.
Right. Just like. So if he's turned to face me, I'm going to drop it there, basically.
Okay.
Oh God, let's rush this guy.
All right. I shall drop the rest of you on. You're not actually on the boat yet. I'm just lining you up behind the portal so that you can all leap through, as I think it is time to roll for everyone to roll initiative. So you're in...
Do I keep the 10 or do I re-roll?
We're re-rolling. We'll do it in the combat tab.
One day I'll roll higher than like a 8.
That was a nat 20 for Duncan's initiative now.
Ooh.
Woo!
Ooh.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Rogue and fighter right up there.
Mm-hmm. Todd also kicking off, but Todd has the higher dex, I think, so Todd will get first.
But I am happy for...
Yeah, but you got a natty, so that's...
When players tie on initiative, I just say, look, whoever wants to go first, it's up to you.
Okay.
I think it should be advantageous to be able to choose who does what. So, Todd, Drench, and Gwendolyn, you see this blank, this portal that was in front of you suddenly disappear, and through the other one, you can now see what you're fairly certain must be one of the cabins on Newland. Now, you never actually saw this room, but you can see the captain sitting in it, and you can see Duncan looking through a window at you, holding the hither-thither staff. So, does Todd or Duncan want to act first?
Mechanics-wise, do I get like a surprise round or something? And I would
But
kill
he's
this
looking
guy.
at Duncan, right?
I would say if Todd goes first, you would definitely get advantage and sneak attack if you're trying to attack him.
Oh yeah, we weren't aiming to murder him, were we? Were we? We discussed it as a possibility.
Yeah, I was going to pop in and say we need his boat, but
Gwendolyn has her net ready. Like,
I
gonna leave with the
feel
net.
like can we retcon that we did have a short discussion about this because Todd, like, if he's told to keep this guy alive, he will keep this guy alive. But
we did discuss it.
We did.
Okay,
We talked
okay.
about it.
And we landed on probably don't kill him immediately.
Yeah, I think we
If
all just got really excited just now, and we were ready to
Yes.
murder. We did talk about it.
blood
It's been a while.
The blood must flow, but not right now.
Right. Well, if Todd goes first, then probably his idea of not killing this guy would be to pounce on him and sit on his back.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Put your hand over his mouth so he doesn't scream.
How do we mechanics this?
So that would be an unarmed attack?
That's a grapple, right? That's going to be
Sounds like a grapple, yeah.
athletics versus athletics, acrobatics, roll-offs, that sort of stuff.
Athletics with advantage because this is a surprise attack.
Surprise!
Okay. All right, so just roll an athletics check with advantage.
Yes, please.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Come on, Todd. 18.
Nice.
Hell yeah!
So, the captain hears something, looks up, sees Duncan just in time for Duncan to point a stick at him. The captain's not entirely sure what that means or indicates, but the next thing that happens, poof, he is knocked to the ground by
Noel.
Yeah, by a knoll, and he's now pinned
Knolled
on the
over.
ground.
Yeah, big furry boy sitting on the captain.
Hand over the mouth so he doesn't scream.
Yep. He's also a rogue.
So,
Does know to do this.
That's your move and your action. Todd, is there anything else you want to do?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. Duncan.
Just gonna face full of
Yes,
toe
can I
beans.
get in without breaking a window, or do I have to break a window to get
These
in?
windows can be opened.
Perfect. I'm going to open the window, hop in, rather wetly, a nice wet onto the cabin floor, and say, Captain Sharp, we're going to need your ship.
Okay. Anything else for your turn?
I might ready if he tries to break free, I'm going to stab him with the billhook.
Okay. You can move into the cabin. Move yourself into the cabin.
Yes. And also, to some extent, communicate that to him in terms of, it's pointed at him, and he is currently pinned by Noel.
Yeah. So I've moved Sharp to the left, but assume that he is actually under Todd. This is just so we can keep track of everything. So, Captain Sharp, his mouth is currently covered by a big furry clawed paw.
Yeah, you'd probably be yikesing pretty hard even if you weren't properly covered up.
Being confronted by those two is a lot.
Yeah, he really got the terror from the deep and then a knoll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking to see what his
Bad
options
day.
are.
Meg and a puppy.
Oh, puppy cat and
Yeah,
Meg.
but getting absolutely body checked by,
I read this too
Great
late,
Dane.
so I don't get to take advantage of it. As a sea captain, he should have had advantage on ability checks and saving throws to resist being knocked prone. Too late.
Oh, well, that's specific.
I
Should have thought of
feel
that
like
before you were prone.
I feel like sea legs is kind of different to Noel from above.
Yeah.
Resistance Noel.
Yeah.
But he is going to try to break the grapple.
Brave man.
Hopefully he's got more than 3 hit points. I
A
assume he
lot
does.
could be riding on this, so I just want to make sure I get the rules right.
Put up a fight, buddy.
Oh, you twisted our arm.
We didn't come to kill everyone on the ship, but
Now you forced
I'm not
us.
opposed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to
Okay.
do a murder so bad.
You want to do what?
I want to do a murder.
Yeah, it looks like the
you
rules
play
are...
the big sweetie pie.
It's like the rules are
so bad.
fairly loose when it comes to grappling. So I'll say this will be a contested strength check. Not athletics, just strength. But
Just
Todd,
strength.
you get to roll with advantage because you are on top
Because
of
I'm
him.
sitting on him. I don't really want to calculate how heavy Todd would be, but he'd be pretty heavy. Probably not as heavy
Yeah.
as Dunk though.
A lot of pounds. It's a
but-
lot of pounds.
Strength.
Strength, please.
Advantage.
Strength is advantage. Mhm.
All right, let's see how we go. Oh, that's terrible. They were both 2s.
Wow. That
Yeah.
I'm shocked. Deeply, deeply shocked.
It's like Snake Eyes, but it's a really unsettling
Look at me.
snake.
Look at me smiling.
Nerd snake eyes. That's what that is.
Oh, yeah, it's
does
Wow.
does Duncan's thing go off because he's holding his action?
Yes.
They will do in a
So,
sec, yeah.
the captain.
Smack him with the billhook. Thump.
So, I mean, the captain only rolled a 9, but that's actually enough to beat Todd's 2.
Dang. That's how it works. That's how it works sometimes.
So he just manages to
He does the caterpillar so hard that
Yeah.
Todd
rolls
is
out
startled.
down.
yeah. So Duncan, you see that the captain is just starting to crawl out from under Todd and about to do something, which you probably don't want him to do.
No, so yes, I will. My action will trigger then, and I will hit him with the billhook.
Okay, go ahead. It's time to do
He
a
has
murder.
chosen.
Are you doing
Pain.
non-lethal?
I didn't say non-lethal when I first set the condition, so
And
I am.
So David's
I am
very
in
the
full-
non-lethal, non-lethal.
yeah,
I'm in full
It's
fish
all
catching
lethal.
mode, and so the obvious way to catch the fish is to hook the gills and pull.
ooh,
So we're going for the gills, and we're gonna pull. That's a 16 to
so
hit.
my philosophy when it comes to non-lethal damage in this kind of game is that there are spells there you can grapple. There are ways to actually incapacitate people without hitting them, and realistically, you do not use a billhook if you want to render somebody unconscious. You use a billhook if you want to maim and murder.
Yes.
So 16 is going to hit. Please roll.
8 points of billhook damage.
8 points. So that's going to hurt him, but it's not going to kill him.
Oh, he's not a
That's fine.
peasant. Love it.
I didn't. Well, good. Like I said, aiming for the gills and pulling. So that has gone into his shoulder meat somewhere and stuck.
That man has lost an ear.
For the final thing that he's going to do for the end of his turn is he
Green.
is going to yell at the top of his voice, "Alarm!
No!
We're boarded!"
Oh, dang it.
Nice. Well, now we have to kill everyone.
Ah, jeez.
We were gonna chat, but
Gwendolyn, you've just seen all that happen through the little hole in front of you.
Gwendolyn is going to say, "Giddy up," to Drench and step through. I mean, she does have the net handy, and her plan was to throw the net. So she's gonna throw the net at the captain,
Okay.
regardless of what happens next.
Well, he tiptoed off, so it's fine.
So my net of grabbing will attack with. Oh, that's not very high. 7.
7 does not hit.
Cool. So when I miss, the net lands at the target's feet and prepares to strike again.
That's right.
And at the start of my next turn, the net will attack any creature within melee.
Melee.
I don't know that word.
Melee, they're both acceptable, I believe.
Unless it comes from the Malay province, it's just sparkling combat.
Yeah.
The pointy
So those
range.
words, like I've read a million times, I'm just like, I'm not gonna say that out loud. +2 to hit,
Melee.
frustrating them if successful.
Super Smash Brothers. Melee.
And it can take 1 attack of opportunity per turn. So basically, it'll just act on its own next turn.
Yep. And it'll attack anyone within range.
Right, nobody stand too close to the net. Except you. You. It's gonna whisper that. Don't the net.
Bonus action, Gwendolyn.
We don't really do a lot of bonuses. I'm gonna move somewhere. Where are we gonna move?
Yeah, there's really nothing you can do on a bonus action, come to think of it.
I am in a great spot if anyone charges in, so no, we're gonna stay here.
That's where people are coming in from, right?
It's this one and this one, right?
Well, that's the captain's bed place.
So it's got to be.
So it's really
like
coming in through the officer's
door.
mess.
Yeah.
Look, they're gonna funnel in. We've all watched the movie about the little army using a funnel effect.
Drench.
Drench is gonna come in. Is there a key in the door? Can I lock it?
Give me a perception check, please.
Sure. Perception. Drench. 9.
9. Well, it's a good thing for you. The key is on a keychain hanging on the door handle.
All right. I feel like he's gonna. Can I lock the door?
Yeah, it'll be your action, but yeah.
That's fine. Let's just do that.
Cool. So you're there. Clink. The door is locked.
And he is just going to back himself onto the door. And thumbs up.
Okay. Todd, your quarry scurried away.
I mean, the net is there, and it's gonna get him. See, this is the thing. If we were told that we're not killing this guy, what do we do? And he is locked in the room.
He's definitely locked in the room with us, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I think Toad'll just ready in action. I think he'll like knock an arrow, and if Captain Sharp makes a move, he'll absolutely perforate him.
Will you get disadvantage for being so close? Do you need to move back?
You shoot an arrow if you shoot an arrow at point blank, you'll get disadvantage on the attack.
You have a dagger too, don't forget.
Yeah, I was going to say, all right, in that case, ready the knife.
You have a shiny new dagger, actually.
Yes, but I'm not going to poison the guy.
Okay. You can still stab him without poisoning him.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. I'm just saying, for the record, that I'm not activating the poison.
You could just use a very pretty, threaten him with how cool it looks.
Okay.
Yeah, all right then. So Todd, knife in hand, is going to snarl, hold still.
In that case, give me an intimidation check, please, Todd.
Alrighty, let's see what we got. Intimidate. Oh, there's a +1 on that. Puppy says no.
Oh.
That puppy rolled low. Got a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, he's too cute.
Oh no, he's becoming too adorable.
But
a really well groomed Knoll is probably much less intimidating than
and he's wearing clothes. It's so cute.
And he's wearing clothes, so he's more confusing than scary.
So I assume the action you're reading is basically if he does anything hostile, you stab.
Yeah.
Okay. Duncan.
I am going to grapple him, just to help the net, basically.
Okay.
So we're going to go for like large, scaly, not scaly, dentically fishy hands on the shoulders.
Try and trip him.
Just kind of digging into him to some extent.
What kind of mechanics does D&D have for tripping someone?
You can trip.
Because I feel like a tail sweep would just like set the guy on his ass again. But I've been playing Pathfinder all day, so I'm
certain
confused.
If the description, if your race doesn't give you the option, it doesn't give you a tail attack or a trip attack in your character sheet, then that basically means it's not something you can do.
Generally, and I've been flavoring his tail Thresher Sharky anyway, so I'm more likely to stun him with it than trip him. But we're going for the grapple. We're going to
Okay.
Grab him with our big meaty fists.
We'll make this
hold him
athletics
steady.
again, please.
Yes.
No advantage or disadvantage.
19.
19 is good. He rolled a 16.
Woo.
Perfect.
So you've grabbed him. That's your action. Anything else?
Yep. No, I'm not gonna action surge or anything at this point. I'm just holding him and going, we need your ship.
Okay.
That's it.
I feel like you're trying to be intimidating again, so give me an intimidation roll.
Kind of. I mean, Duncan's not great at it.
But actually,
no, he rolled a 3.
I was going to say do it with advantage because you are now grappling him and he is surrounded.
You've kind of got a hold on him.
Yeah.
17.
17
with advantage.
Here we go.
Maybe Duncan's better at this than he thinks. He's got big teeth, and they are now very close to Captain Sharp's head.
Yeah.
That's a crushing bite, that one, yeah.
It is Captain Sharp's turn, and he's going to look at you, Duncan, and say, "You'll never get out of this alive."
Just like last time, right?
And you now
We
hear
were really banking on him being a coward.
you now hear
We were
a banging on the door. Yeah, Captain,
Well, you can call out
Captain.
the captain's voice.
Yes. Gwendolyn can answer that.
Okay, we'll say you're temporarily out of initiative.
Okay.
I had a bad dream.
Should
Sorry.
I turn into him and stick my head out and say it's all fine?
Oh yeah, you can do that. I've only
You
got the
get his
ability
voice
to.
when you turn into him?
No, I
Do a
can mimic
voice.
him to the best of my
Oh.
ability.
I was gonna say I can do his voice and you can look like him.
Let's do it.
I can't look like him and you can't do his voice.
Let's do it. Can you
Isn't
pop?
that
Can you
scene in Toy Story with
ventriloquist?
Buzz's arm?
Yeah. Let's do it. Kill him,
Howdy,
cut
howdy,
his arm
howdy.
off, and just stick it out the door.
Oh my
Okay, Gwendolyn
Mrs.
is
Nesbit.
going to answer with she's gonna do like a big ah, and then she's gonna be like, I trapped my bloody hand in the drawer.
Okay.
In a perfect mimicry, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect mimicry. She's
give
using
me-
her acting skills.
Yeah, well,
and she
give
gets
me
plus
a
something.
performance check, please.
And I have advantage
Yes.
On
because
that.
actor.
because actor.
Yes.
She's a thespian.
Mhm.
Good for her.
Top score was only a 10.
Wow, these rolls.
With advantage?
Nice.
With advantage,
With
one was
I
a
forgot to
natty
do
1.
guidance. No.
This is spectacular.
Well-
I mean, to be fair, the thing he shouted was, "We're boarded," so I slammed my hand. Maybe that was not.
That's it's fine.
That means
What about you swearing? Ah, we're boarded.
that means I need an insight roll from the whoever is on the other side of that door, and they rolled
This
a
is fine.
14.
Mhm.
So
That's right. Now Drench can answer the door.
All right. Can I
So-
take his hat and then turn into him and then stick my hand, just open the door a crack?
Also, the net of grabbing should have grabbed because it triggers automatically. Like I didn't pick it up.
oh
Someone
yes,
put their hand over his mouth. Shush. No one. Just shush him.
Yeah. Duncan's got him.
okay.
Okay.
The net is closest to the captain, so the net has now wrapped itself around him.
Good.
Um,
But you can reach through and cover his mouth. It's just kelp.
Big kelpie gag, right?
Yeah.
Big kelp, like big
It's
farmer.
Into that.
wonderful for his skin.
okay. As you Drench, as you open the door,
I've got the hat on. I've transformed, and I've bent down low enough that I'm the same height as him, and I'm just going to poke my head
okay,
out.
you open it
do a
just in
thumbs up.
time to see a marine with a hatchet look like he was about to start chopping the door down. And he stops and says, "Captain, you all right?"
Thumbs up.
Oh yeah, because can he see your mouth? Or are you like peeping out from
No,
behind the
I'm
door?
peeking, so
Yeah.
I wanted to just like this.
Okay, yeah. Well, Gwendolyn can shout,
Yeah, keep
all
going.
fine in his voice.
I hit my hand. I'm going to just shake my hand to be like, ouch.
The Marine is going to try to look around Drench.
Hide. I'm going to shut the door a little bit just to be like, excuse me.
Okay.
Oh my god, is it just, can you only see one of them, Drench? Is it just one man?
What can I see, Dungeon Master?
Yeah, give me a perception check because it is dark in there.
Okay. Perception. No. Oh, okay. Disguise self isn't concentration. So.
It's good to know.
Guidance. Yeah. Perception. Ooh. Plus guidance.
This is what happens when you try to do things at level 3.
14. That's not bad.
Hey.
Actually, what am I doing? I should be moving them around. Yeah, so... Yeah, you'll see that there is a Marine on the other side of the door, and a second Marine is just... They've just come up from the deck below, and they seem to be heading in to assist.
Okay, behind Drench's back, he's just gonna like signal to Gwen how many he sees.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Drench, I'll get a performance check from you with advantage because you look like the character you're trying to portray.
Well, I got a +1. Let's go, baby.
You look exactly like them, except for the height.
I am going to use my inspiration that I bullied the DM into giving me.
Yeah. Yeah, with an 11, I'd recommend you do that.
Oh, I still have guidance too.
Yep, and advantage.
Oh, okay. 14 plus 16.
I just saw 18, yeah.
Oh, that's because it added
16?
my 2 dice together.
Oh, yeah.
Is it? No,
Wait,
it's
is that how it works?
No,
it's a
No,
total
it
of
is an
20.
18.
Yeah, you rolled
Oh, yeah,
advantage.
it was 18. 19,
Yeah.
20.
So it's
Oh,
a
okay,
total,
sick.
total of 20.
I can't numbers.
Another insight check from the Marine.
Oh, thank you, inspiration.
And the Marine says, "You okay, sir? Do you need a surgeon?"
Oh god, how do sailors talk? We've never heard this guy talk other than like just now, have we? We only heard him be a little like, nah, walk it off.
And he asked it in that terrible way where you can't just say yes or no.
Like, no, I don't need a surgeon or something like that.
Or
No, it'll
yes,
be fine.
or yes, I am okay.
Okay, Drench is just gonna, whatever Gwen says, he's just gonna bob his head up and down like he's talking and just pat his hand.
So Gwen?
That is what she said. Oh yeah. Oh, she said, yeah, nah, I'll walk it off.
Maybe no, I'll walk it off.
No, I'll walk it off.
Marine says, all right. As you say, Bosun says we're about an hour from the port. I'll leave you be, sir.
Gonna do it now.
And before he leaves, Gwendolyn will say, good, send her in.
Fucking go.
Aye, sir.
Shuts the door.
Okay.
And then the captain is 8 feet tall again.
Okay. This feels like a good point to take a short break, I think.
Let's do it.
That's about to happen.
Yes, I can't wait to see where you go from here.
I mean,
We want a murder. We are going to have one.
we are going to be pushing bodies out of a window on a boat.
Okay, we are taking a short break. We will be back in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. And we are back. So, our players have home invaded, ship invaded, boat invaded, boarded. The convict transport that was originally to take them to Liberty Bay, Duncan, the fishman, shot a portal through a window into the captain's cabin, at which point the rest of his party ran through. It took a little bit of convincing, but they've persuaded the Marine who heard noises that the captain simply hurt his hand in a drawer. And they asked, and the Marine, Hope, has gone off to send the bosun to you in a moment. But in the meantime, the four of you are in the cabin with a very grumpy captain. Are you keeping him gagged at this point?
Should we temporarily throw him into the kitchen?
Is that a bad idea?
I mean, he's
Not
in the
worst
net.
idea.
I mean, we could tie him up first. I don't really want him to have access to, like, knives and stuff, man.
Well, yeah, he's currently in the net. So we can just tie him up. We'll hog tie him, gag him, and put him in there for now.
Yeah.
Moritar will know not to, slaughter him. Yes, let's do that.
I'm like, do we have time to, like, lock the kitchen just in casey, or do we run in to tell Moritar and then?
I mean, isn't she in the kitchen, nervously waiting?
I thought she was in the main tavern, nervously waiting.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
no, because did she not follow us in?
She's about in the Wicked Pixie. But
how?
Because it's closed for businesses. Yeah, it's closed for business.
Yeah,
it is how
closed.
long? Oh, it's closed to business. Okay, it's fine. If she sees a guy in there, she's gonna put two and two together.
We can also toss him in without having to stick our head through and be like, Waratah, look, watch him.
Yeah, look after this guy.
Sit on him.
Who's a fairy?
He's wriggly.
Who has?
She's probably got fairy things she can do to him.
We've all got rope. We've all got 50
All
feet. It happened more. I certainly do.
Who's
I've
good
got
at tying
silk rope.
knots?
I mean, Drench is a fisherman, right? And Duncan.
There's Duncan. Between us, we can absolutely fashion something.
We have a fisherman and a fishman between us.
So tying someone up is survival.
Survival,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Looking into sheets, I recommend Drench do it and Duncan help.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Advantage.
Yep.
Indeed.
Guidance. Oh, nat 20, baby.
Nice.
Hey.
That
That is
man
so tied
is
up.
tied.
Yeah, you are very
Goodbye, Red
confident
Dragon.
that this captain is, basically, if left alone, he will eventually starve to death before he manages to free himself from this.
That's how you tie a knot.
Nice
So there
work.
is a shibari harness that's the fisherman's knot that I can show you guys.
So you've tied him up with like a handle, so you can just carry him like a
Yeah,
purse.
carry bag. Mhm.
Yeah, I could put him over my shoulder like a tote.
Yeah.
We will tie him up, and then Duncan Drench will look to everyone and like through, or just
Yeah.
okay.
Toss him. Toss him.
I toss him through the portal.
Okay.
Sorry.
Is he a dwarf? He is a dwarf, isn't he?
Oh no! Did I just?
I thought it was a
Did you
human.
just toss a dwarf?
Did I? He's not a dwarf, is he?
No, he's
I
a
thought he was a
dwarf.
dwarf. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Human.
thank God. Okay, we're fine.
I just need to double check my notes. I thought he was
I
human.
love this
I
moment
thought I
of
felt
collective horror. Did I
momentary
just toss a
sympathy for
dwarf?
him.
Oh,
Early
no,
on.
please, I didn't mean to.
Did I kill a gay
I'm sorry,
clown?
that's so culturally insensitive. We just beat
I'm
you
so
up
sorry,
and
sir.
You can hog
took you off
tie
your own ship.
and
But
Yeah, he's
you are
human.
a dwarf, but you cannot.
Oh, okay,
toss
no,
a
it's
dwarf.
fine.
He's
No, we can't toss dwarves.
He's a 52-year-old human.
Oh, sweet. He's fine if he
well,
takes a couple of rolls when I throw him. He's alright. He'll
I'm
survive.
impressed he took a bill
He's
hook to the
lived his
shoulder
life.
then at 52.
He's a salty sea.
He's old, but he's
Man.
He's
also
all leathered.
he's experienced. He's got
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
earned some hit points at sea.
Okay, well, I will throw him not
Just
hard
as
enough to
well.
do damage.
Okay.
Dump him.
Like a fish, like I'm tossing a fish.
Okay.
Oh, like you're one of those guys at the Seattle market with the.
At the Seattle market, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Seconds after you do that, there is a knock on the door.
Yeah, presumably Duncan has just been like settling into some kind of ambush pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah, Todd would be on the other side.
Duncan
which
is
Gwendolyn
Gwendolyn
is-
will signal for everyone to get the fuck out of sight.
yeah,
including-
Is
we
there a
will.
bookcase I can take cover under?
Yeah, is there somewhere we can
I mean, we can all just sort of like get around these
Yeah.
corners,
Someone's going
right?
to open the door, right?
Is it currently locked?
Okay. First of all, I'm going to get a group stealth check, please.
pass without a trace? That's dramatic, but let's do it.
What does that give us? Plus 10?
Yeah, plus 10.
Oh,
24.
27.
Oh, hang on, what? Hang on,
Oh,
sorry.
24, yeah.
Sorry, I'm only baby level. One second.
So I got a
Wait, does that-
22.
is it
so
plus
plus 10,
10?
I just
It's plus 10. It's plus
evaporate.
10. Yeah,
Our
it's plus 10.
bonus, or does it replace the bonus?
No, it's plus 10.
No, on top.
Whatever you get,
Yeah.
plus 10.
27.
Yeah.
So 32.
So Todd's
Nice.
gone. I rolled a 3 plus 10. Oh, no, I rolled a 3 minus 1 plus 10. So
It's a
12.
group stealth check,
Yep.
so
Thank God.
33, everyone.
So-
Thank you.
Hey.
You are still averaging
Quite high.
at least 20.
Oh, was
Yeah.
it a best use of a second level spell slot? Probably not, but I really wanted to do it. So
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, you're
Succeed.
trying to
Succeed.
hide from the one person you are almost definitely here to kill.
yeah, you're right. No, it's a good use of spell.
Okay.
So yeah, is there cover and can I be hidden? I mean, we're
you-
hidden. I'm so
There's a
hidden.
desk, right?
that
we
roll.
are fucking hidden.
You are
My God,
somehow
you're gone.
hidden in this.
Yeah.
You just like splayed on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Todd,
Yeah.
Todd gets the thing where it's like the consciousness comes out and then he sees minis on the table and giants standing around it. He's so hidden.
Meanwhile, there is
Did we leave the door locked, or?
No,
Just gonna
I
have
think
to
he left it
unlock it.
unlocked because we cracked it open.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we've hidden. collectively, or at least
Yep.
we're out of sight from the door. And then
Yep.
Gwendolyn will say, "Come in," in the captain's voice.
There's another impatient knock on the door, and then Gwendolyn says, "Come in." The door will open. The bosun will step in. I should move her down.
Oh, I thought it was the Marine for a second, and I was like, oh, he's about to have a bad day.
Yep.
The Marine, well, actually, unless you look through the door, you won't know exactly where they are, so I'll just hide them. But the bosun has just stepped through. I'm going to assume that you've all readied actions for this moment. So,
Philip,
this is a surprise round. What are you doing to the bosun as she steps through the door?
Ready, action, shut door. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure.
Good call.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to shut the door. And if I have time, if I still have the key, I'd like to quickly lock it again.
We'll see. What's everybody else doing?
Vicious mockery.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I don't need to be the one to kill her. I just need her to die.
Everything in here is point blank, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
There's no way.
Depending on your
shoot your bow
angle.
from there.
You are just far enough away, Todd, that you can shoot.
Well, in that case, yeah, I'm going to shoot her.
Okay. Let's... Do you want to roll initiative, or do you want to agree on an order in which... Your stealth roll was so good that I'm going to let you decide, in what order you want to do all these things to the bosun. I don't know whether an attack affects hideous laughter. Like, is there an ideal order in which to do your various things?
I mean, vicious mockery can come at the start or the end for dramatic effect.
I would love to shut the door first, if that's possible. Just real quick.
Okay.
So it sounds like Drench was shutting the door, Dunk with the bill hook. If she's still alive after that, Todd will shoot her, and then vicious mockery.
Excellent.
Do we want Gwen to have a vicious mockery in the middle, just in case she does die, so Gwen does get a mockery in? I feel like this is Gwen's.
I would.
Or Gwen
It's
could
more like
save...
She needs to get the mockery in, yeah.
Or you could save
Vicious
the spell
smugness.
slot.
That's a good point.
I would.
Flavor.
Yeah, I can just speak to her.
Just say things to her.
That you were planning,
My action is.
Given that you were planning on staging a revolution tonight, and you won't be getting a long rest beforehand.
Ah, beans! I did use a second. I forgot we were doing the revolution.
That was sick,
All right.
though.
No
Let's go.
vicious mockery. I will. Oh, actually, no. Vicious mockery is a cantrip. I'm fine. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, cantrip. So you're all right.
I'm fine. I'm gonna lead with my I'm gonna lead with my cantrip.
And this is
Can I
the
go
surprise round, because then we can do another round after this.
Okay. So I'll say Drench slams the door shut. I'll say the key was already in there, so yes, you can just quickly turn it, lock it shut. Duncan, you attack first.
Okay, let's go. Philip. 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Wonderful. Please take 11 points of billock damage.
And actually, this is with advantage, so you can roll again in case you get a critical hit.
Natty.
Hit that.
No,
natty
that was a nat
20.
one. That was an anti-crit.
no.
So 11 points of billock damage. Thank you.
Okay.
This time we're going for the hamstrings. So we're thrusting low and then pulling back with great force to cut the hamstrings.
Okay. Todd, you're shooting?
And I'll unwavering marker as well with the tail on the way through as a.
Yep. Todd had an arrow knocked, and he's absolutely letting go of that now that he's seen that the party has started.
With advantage?
Okay. So short bow, advantage. Let's see what we got. Come on, Todd. Oh, top of 11.
11 amazingly does not hit.
Yeah. I guess she was too busy getting hamstring. She
Bill
moved.
hooks, yeah. Funny
I
that.
apologize.
All right, Gwendolyn. Vicious mockery.
I guess if
Vicious
Todd was like
mockery.
anticipating a thrust, then he would have been still firing high. So
Gwendolyn is just going to step out, light the mage light trident into a ghoulish green that is also very flattering, and say, "You really should have listened to me about the sunscreen." And then we will pray for. Do I get an advantage on this as well, or is that not an effect on spells?
I will say that she gets disadvantage on her wisdom saving.
Cool.
Roll.
Yeah, because she just makes a save at that point.
Yeah.
Takes the hit.
Well, that's just a 2. But, take it, bitch.
She has to do the roll first. She may not
Emotionally.
take it. She may not take any.
Emotionally, take it, bitch.
There's a very good chance that she will fail. Yeah. That's a 2 on her wisdom save. So, yeah. She takes another 2 points of psychic damage. And, well, she's still alive, so it's combat time.
Yes.
Again.
Hooray! Finally.
All right.
Are we re-rolling initiative? We are re-rolling initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Please
right,
do.
sorry.
Ooh,
Duncan,
she's rolled an
Duncan.
18. One of you needs to
Duncan,
roll
you're fine.
higher.
Yeah.
Gwendolyn? No.
Nope.
Look, I want her to cut sick. Let's do this. Don't yell, though. Oh, shit. Too late to cover her mouth, isn't it?
Yep. I went for
I
the
was going
ankles.
to charm person her, but, charm personing someone just to murder them just feels so cold. Also, tell the bosun I want her to know it was me.
Hey, we had to kill the rest of the guards eventually anyway, so.
I mean,
Probably.
I'm fine with just taking them out one by one. I think
Me
that will be
too.
a fun time.
We're
for
in a
us.
great funnel right now. No, I won't say that out
Let's
loud.
just call
in
them
case the
all
DM
in
gets
one by one.
ideas.
This is what I do in every game where I'm allowed to whistle at people. I'm just like, come into this clump of grass that's full of corpses. What could go wrong?
I mean, they're definitely going to start funneling in if she starts yelling, so.
With an
We
8,
just keep chucking them through the portal.
with an 18 on her dexterity,
Oh, no.
on her
It's gonna
initiative,
turn
she
into
goes
a
first.
morgue.
She is going to take out the flintlock pistol that is at her hip. Is she going to? Well,
Oh, I
Duncan.
have one of those.
Duncan is the one who hit her. She is going to try to shoot Duncan at point blank, but pistols do not get disadvantage on point blank range. That's actually exactly the kind of shot they're meant for.
Does, however, have disadvantage because she got viciously mocked.
Good old bard.
I love our bard spurt.
Disadvantage on the next attack roll. That's a
Uh-huh.
good spell. Okay.
Oh, that's why you used it so often.
Correct.
Silvery Bob's vicious
So
mockery.
good.
What?
Yep. I still need to make a T-shirt with Silver Bob's "Do It Again" on it because I really need that.
Oh wow.
Mhm. That was nearly on the mug.
with disadvantage, but it's still
Did she roll a
a
one?
16
Oh.
to hit
Oh.
Duncan.
Is my armor class, so that
Oof.
will connect.
The disadvantage was good because her other roll was a nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that
Sorry.
is
What's gun damage? Let's find out. Oh, I don't like that face.
12 points of piercing damage to Duncan.
It's fine.
as
Deflect off the bones in the
the
head.
pistol basically goes into your torso, and a loud crack boom fills the cabin.
Oh, right. It's a
Yeah,
loud
gun.
weapon.
Gun make noise.
And she doesn't
fine.
yell
Again,
because
funnel.
she thinks that hopefully the gun will have drawn enough attention. But she is going to look at you, Duncan, who she has just shot, and say, "I thought you'd be coming back." And she is going to actually turn. Yeah, she's not
I
going
think
to.
Captain Sharp is in the initiative, by the way.
He is. He's using his turn to try and get out of his
Wriggle free,
restraints,
yeah.
which is not going to happen.
Good luck.
Yeah, she's not actually going to stand and fight, though, having taken that shot. She's going to try and run back through the door, only to find it is locked. I assume, Drench, you actually took the keys out after locking it.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Yeah.
in his main somewhere. That's a new treasure.
So she's going to try to open the door, and then look around and face the four of you. Go, okay, and she pulls out. She doesn't actually have a sword. She only has her rattan that she beat up Gwendolyn with.
Oh.
But that is her turn.
What a sweet little stick.
Duncan.
I have a dumb question, Dungeon Master, about guns.
Yeah?
Multiple shots? Is it like, has it got a barrel and it's like bang, bang, bang? Or do you got to reload it?
No, this is a flintlock pistol. It would take her 3 rounds. These are my homebrew rules. If she wants to use it again in this combat, she would have to dedicate, I think, her next 3 actions to reloading it.
Okay.
Which she is not going to do.
I was just curious. Okay.
Yeah. This is most pistols in this game are basically you get 1 shot and you then switch to whatever melee weapon you have or whatever else. Okay. So, Duncan, what do you do?
I don't think Duncan is Duncan has just been shot in the gut. I don't know that he's in a position to be particularly articulate at this point. So it's going to be a gurgly, burbly war cry in Aquan.
Very terrifying fishy gargle.
Yeah. With more gargle in it. Sorry, I couldn't get enough phlegm.
What's the the Murloc?
Yeah, there you go.
Very
that's
scary.
right.
Murloc noises.
Yeah.
Basically Murloc noises.
I cast Billhook. But 15 to hit.
It hits.
That's a 4th level billhook is what you've just cast.
12 points of Billhook damage.
Yes, return the fire.
She's looking really rough now. The blade cuts right across her chest. There is blood flowing. She is now down on 1 knee.
A surge of action as Duncan's eyes roll over white. And off you go with the Billhook again.
Okay.
Hopefully that doesn't mean I miss now because I've made myself blind, but... that's a 10. I may have accidentally blinded myself.
10 misses. 10 misses.
Oh, dear.
Shit, and she didn't deal any damage to anyone else.
Nope.
Fuck. Shoot someone else, please.
Oh, no.
But Duncan has missed then. Duncan has gone full, not quite berserk mode, but eyes have gone white, and the Billhook has gone into the door.
The beast of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Turn.
Beast of the sea.
Drench, it is your turn.
All of his hair is going to stand on end because he just saw his friend got shot, and he is going to go at her with his teeth.
I like how he's our pacifist, but then he goes absolutely fucking feral in every fight.
I think the key thing here is that Drench is like not completely sure what the standard definition of pacifist is.
He likes animals.
I won't start it.
Everyone is animals. Don't hurt animals, he said. That's a not a nat 20, a flaccid 20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
So I do. Oh, sorry, I just forgot how to do everything for a second there. Ooh, 10 points of acid damage as he sinks his fangs into her neck.
She had 2 points of health left.
God damn it.
So,
oh, buddy, so close.
Drench rips the bosun's throat out. And Duncan has the bosun's blood sprayed across his face. It splashes onto the door behind you. And she is
looks delighted.
Just enough time to look incredibly surprised before the life fades from her eyes. And she collapses to the deck.
You know, they say that revenge isn't satisfying, but I disagree. I feel great.
Trench is going to spit some blood out, wipe his face. Gross, man.
Good kill.
What are you doing, Duncan? You just got shot at.
Oh my god, man. Oh my god, man. Hang on.
Duncan is quite wide-eyed, and like all the blood that has just splashed across his face is like gone into his nostrils, and he's like
flaring. Cure wounds. Yeah, are we still in battle?
Hungry.
A little bit.
I mean, there are people on the way, right?
Right.
Yep.
Do I have time to cure wounds the fish?
Todd, you are the first to hear of your passive perception. There is a thudding of feet running. The gunshot is causing a commotion.
Yep.
Can
He
Gwen
has his
search the
dagger
bosun
in
for
hand. He's like, more now.
goods in between?
Yeah, search her super fast so we can chuck a body out the window.
Yeah, because like in case she has keys that we'll need, or like
Gold.
any
Magical
personal items I can use as a potential trophy.
With the cane,
Obviously,
right?
there's
Spitballing.
the rattan, and there's her pistol. Flintlock pistols, I think
I
are
already
worth.
have pistols.
Yeah, or they're worth something like 100 gold at least if you were to try to
Oh, are
sell
they?
them. Yeah.
I might have to take it.
Oh. Oh, well, let's take her pistols. I'll take that stick for that stick's gonna be my trophy. That's mine. Plus one.
but
I mean, we can leave her body in here and just come
Yeah.
back to it later.
But other than that, like, she doesn't have a coin purse on her or anything like that. You think that's probably she probably has a footlocker somewhere on the ship.
Do I have enough time to cure wounds, Mr. Fishy?
Yes. Yes, go ahead and cast that.
11 points of healing.
Thank you.
And you want more?
Duncan is fixated on the door,
Okay. Where are you
somewhat
hanging there?
relishing the violence to come.
Okay, I'm just gonna move back.
There is now a rather insistent banging on the door. And a voice...
Go on.
Yep. And a voice is, Captain, are you okay?
Gwen could be just like, oh, I accidentally.
I get my other hands.
I shot the bosun.
Oh, no.
She tried to shoot me. The bosun shot at me.
Yeah, Gwendolyn will do some variety of the bosun's lost her mind.
Okay, give me a performance check, please.
Branch is gonna go and stand by the door and get ready to unlock it.
Performance.
Duncan has positioned himself directly opposite the door with the longest run up to it.
Have
Has
you...
dropped a shoulder.
I'm going to say at the moment, you've
8,
not actually had
and-
enough time to dispose of
That's
the
true,
bosun's
that's
body.
fair.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. We're gonna keep
Yep.
it here. We can do stuff with it later.
Yeah.
Yep.
I rolled an
You're in
8
an amulet.
and a natty 1, so thank God for advantage.
This is no longer Metal Gear.
Performance
Let's be
isn't
fair.
performancing.
Okay.
A little exclamation mark has gone off. We've been detected.
There's a short
Yeah.
pause, and then
Someone
crack.
open the door.
Cool.
That'll do it.
An axe blade goes through the door and then comes out and then crack again, and they're trying to basically hack away at the lock.
Can I unlock the door
after-
and open it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
and they're
don't do that. Well,
Why?
I mean, I guess that probably makes the most sense, doesn't it? Yes.
Oh, yeah, I want to let him in and then...
Duncan charge through and flatten the door onto whoever was trying to hack
Oh,
through.
if you want to do that, please go for it. That's way cooler. Don't run into the axe.
Yeah, well, that would be the problem, right? There is an axe coming through, and it's a sturdy door. I think Duncan might bounce off it. So unlocking it is the smarter play.
And I have
Okay.
drawn the direction in which the door swings when opens.
Yeah.
Yes. So Drench will continue to stay. Will be. Wait, which is the? Sorry, I'm stupid. This way. And he will unlock the door and not stand in front of it and then open it. His arms are very long.
Charge.
Okay. This will be initiative again.
Woo!
All this combat.
Man, Waratah could like sit in front of the portal with like a stool and some popcorn.
I was gonna say. She
Her
got the
show is
popcorn.
on. Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't super hyped about the murder, but she also wasn't super opposed to all the murder.
Okay. Well, we
She
killed
was
one.
like,
We didn't
murder
kill one.
happens.
Yeah. That's a new
Okay.
T-shirt.
So please roll
We're
initiative
one
again.
for one.
And there's no surprise here because they are all on high alert at this point.
How do we roll
Uh,
again?
Yeah, how do we roll again?
I think you've got to delete initiative from your end.
Ah, yes, I'll end combat.
Thank you.
Drop your back in.
E.
French, buddy, please. I don't think I've ever rolled higher than an 8.
Wow.
It's fun. I heal. It's probably better if I do
What
it
you
at
get
the
for
end
being
anyway.
a pacifist.
Yeah, well, I've got to heal, so it's probably better at the end. Cleric's
Okay.
at the end.
Todd probably saw that the charge was going to happen and is lined up to fire after him. So fire loose. So I'm going to just move myself a bit closer there to indicate that.
Well, I actually need to make a quick edit to this encounter tracker.
Ruh-roh.
There's a kraken.
Oh, I've got musketeers.
Five more musketeers.
I've got musketeer squad, but I haven't got individual musketeers, and this is turning into you fighting musketeers one at a time rather than four at once. Save. Okay, so the musketeer, this musketeer, so not the one in front. Oh, hang on, I can ping combatants. That's cool. They go first. The door swings open, so this musketeer is the first to act, and he'll shout to the musketeer the marine right in front of him, "Get down!" and will take aim with his musket and shoot at Duncan.
Duncan's getting shot a lot.
This is the correct choice. He is the big fish who looks like he's about to charge with a billhook lowered. So
It's also covered in the bosun's
Viscera.
blood.
Yeah.
It's an 8, which misses.
that will go wide.
Yep, the glass in the window behind you shatters.
The
but
drama.
You are
That's
fine.
sick.
Blowing holes in our ship.
Stop blowing holes in our ship!
What is that? Oh, yes. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. And
Except
so,
those were cannonballs.
and that
I
marine,
have commandeered the line.
that marine swears
Good choice.
and fixes a bayonet to the end of his musket. But that is his turn. On Captain Sharp's turn, he is going to just swear. Duncan, someone just tried to shoot you again.
Yeah, charge.
Okay.
I guess I'm going to charge this guy first. Like he's in the lead one, the one with who's presumably still got the hatchet in his hands and has just dropped to one knee.
Yeah.
So we're going to roll the billhook over so the blade is pointing up, run at him full tilt, and then bring it up in effectively a billhook uppercut.
Ooh, okay.
Aiming for the chin with the hook.
Got some saw action. Got
Okay.
some jigsaw.
Give me an attack roll, please.
22.
That hits.
Go ahead and take 9 points of billhook damage.
With a slash, you open this up, and he immediately puts his hand over it to cover it. You think he's this close to going down.
Yeah.
This close.
Unfortunately,
But he is
I have
still standing
Nothing
and-
else with which to,
And he's...
nothing else with which to hit him. I've already action surged. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
I will call it there and basically glare at him. Ready for round 2 whenever
Todd?
that rocks up.
If I got line of sight, can I fire around Dunk?
Yeah, you would probably have to... From where you are, you would have to move to this spot.
Yep.
Yeah,
like as I said, Todd was basically lining up to do that immediately after the charge. So,
Cool.
because he could see what was about to happen.
Okay.
So yeah, roll for short bow, I guess.
Okay. Which of these two are you attacking?
Huh? The guy's still on his feet
Okay, cool.
because the other guy just dropped. So
Yeah.
He's alive, but only just.
yeah.
So he's
So
still
yeah,
kicking.
shooting for the guy in the back. And it's just a regular short bow shot. Like I'd forget how to rogue.
Yeah, there's no advantage at
Just
this
roll the
point.
Yeah, and there's no sneak
But
attack.
you will
or
get
anything.
sneaks because I'm engaging him.
I will get
Not
sneaks.
that it matters. He's got.
Are you
one
engaged
hit
with
point
the
left.
back guy though? Is that?
The billhook has reach.
The billhook has
Oh,
reached.
excellent.
but
So I do got.
Didn't we figure out last game that
Yeah, that it doesn't
specifically I've
count.
got to be within 5 for sneakies?
That's right.
Like the body
Yeah,
has to be within
No
5.
yeah
idea.
fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, all right. So just a regular short bow.
Sure.
I'm always depending on you guys for this. 14.
Hits.
You'll get used to it.
14 hits.
14 hits.
And then just a regular short bow roll
Yep. And then sneakies. If you're hitting the front guy.
for 8 damage. And then, yes, sneakies, no sneakies.
Only
Are you
sneak.
hitting the
back
front
or
guy?
No, I'm pointing. I'm going for the guy at the back.
Yeah,
who's
which
still
I
on his
think
Okay,
feet.
so no sneakies then.
is
No
the
sneak.
smart move,
No
but
sneakies.
sadly,
Yep.
8 isn't quite enough to take him down.
Yeah.
But he is also now looking really rough with an arrow in his chest.
Yep.
That's
Anything else? Okay.
Unless I can like duck and hide, but I don't think I can.
Yeah, you can bonus.
Clarity.
You can
Yeah, you
bonus.
can
hide.
bonus action hide.
Bonus action hide. Bonus
Yeah,
action hide.
sure.
Hit your bonus actions just to double check, but it should be in there.
Yeah,
Nice.
oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is,
Disengage,
it is.
hide, and
It's
dash.
just it's useful to you got the
Yeah,
action
yeah.
spells. There you go.
Okay. So do I
Bonus
need to roll for that, or do I just say I hide?
In this room, in this cabin with just a narrow doorway, it's pretty easy for you to just step out of line of sight.
Juke sideways. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right.
Okay,
That's done.
now, yeah, the badly injured musketeer Marine
Hatchet
at
Man.
the front is going to
Slip on his own blood.
try to ram this hatchet into Duncan. A 10 is not going to hit.
Bounces off the skull.
That's his turn. There's nothing else he can do. Gwendolyn.
Oh, bad turn, my guy.
Let's Mother's Might the rough-looking man at the front.
Okay.
That is a 17 attack.
That hits. He's got 1 hit
Suck it,
point left.
son.
Hooray!
All right. Well, he can take
I'm gonna
5
walk over
points
and shin
of
kick him.
divine fuckery, and he can also fly 10 feet backwards into the other dude.
Hell yeah!
I'm going to make the other dude do a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, enjoy that corpse, buddy.
Yee.
Womp.
Is anyone on the side like watching this? You guy get taken out by it.
I hope the guy at the
You
very back
rolled-
like walks up the stairs and then 2 corpses just come flying at him.
So the second guy rolled a 12 on his dex save, but I'm going to say since Gwen rolled a 17 to hit, I'm going to say that's what he was trying to beat. So he fails.
Nice.
Gwendolyn, can you roll just 1d4 to see how much bludgeoning damage the first guy does to the second guy?
It would be my delight.
Fucker, that's my favorite D&D move. My favorite.
A 3.
At 3, he had 2 points of health left.
Yeah.
yeah, 2 in 1,
Yes!
baby.
I got a twofer.
Let's go.
The mother really is a powerful
Achievement unlocked.
babe.
2 for 1.
Mother Might comes out, hits the first guy, and basically tears open the rest of the wound that Duncan started. And his body flies back. His body just hits the head of the second guy, which snaps back. You hear the neck crack, and they both end up in a tumble here. Duncan, now that those are out of the way, you can just see that there is another Marine coming up from below deck, standing. You can just see them through this narrow doorway here.
Mm-hmm.
So you are not finished yet. Gwendolyn, anything else on your turn?
Gwendolyn is going to look extremely impressed with herself. And that
And Gwendolyn,
is...
you hear a familiar voice just say, "Ooh, even I felt that."
Good, wasn't it?
Drench,
That's it.
it is your turn.
I can't do anything unless you guys want me to make some flowers for everyone to wear.
Yes.
I think there's Duncan's. Yeah.
How many rat bites is how many rat bites?
Duncan is feeling 39 rat bites healthy.
Out of how many rat bites can he take?
40.
He's fine.
He is fine.
Seriously, all of my like things that aren't juicy spells are like druid craft. or guidance.
Okay.
Unless you want me to create a tiny harmless sensory effect that can predict whether the weather will be in the next 24 hours.
Do
So
you
nice.
have a weapon? You could throw a dagger.
Oh,
I mean, you
shit,
did
yeah.
just bite a woman's neck off.
Yeah, I'll throw a dagger.
Okay.
No, Drench won't throw a dagger.
Not really his style, I do agree.
No.
Sit in the corner and make flowers. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna, I don't know, start working
He
on a
needs to
lay.
reflect on the fact that he ripped out a woman's throat.
Do you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna feel a little bad about that. Druid craft some flowers, which is just a cantrip, and then sort of just throw them on her body. Sorry, man.
For Dredge.
Duncan has trampled her body in that charge, by the way. Like, it has had several pounds of fish roll over the top of it now.
Several pounds of fish.
Several.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's my move. I'm good.
This next Marine is going to look through the door, eyes go wide, quickly raise his musket, take a shot at Duncan, who is still the most obvious target, which is his job, so that's fine. Only a 9. Yeah, he's a
Nice
bit.
had a fright.
He's a bit shaken.
He
That's
rolled
valid.
low on his morale.
Two
Morale.
of his mates just got ragdolled out the back of the door.
Yep.
He's got the
They're currently doing one of those jank kind of ragdoll
yeah,
things.
they're like laying down and they're like
With the leg bent
Definitely,
over.
like,
and
Let my earphones out.
Guy got cut in the jugular, so he's still spurting out.
But he is immediately going to turn and run back down the steps.
Get back here.
Get him.
So all you know about his presence now is that he has gone down to the lower deck.
Ooh. On deck.
Is there potentially more boys down there? How many guards are there in this ship? I don't remember.
Not that many. There
There
were
weren't that many.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there weren't that many.
When you were brought on board, give me an intelligence check. Anyone who's trying to remember how many Marines you saw.
Duncan is not trying to remember.
Gwendolyn would be trying.
Drench is gonna do his best. Guidance.
Where's my brains at?
Whoa, nearly a 16, but I got a 3, so I'm not even gonna bother.
3 is not nearly 16.
No.
That
It's
is
next to
a
it.
14.
Okay, with a 14, Gwendolyn, you seem to remember a line of 4 Marines on keeping watch on the top deck when you were brought up.
So we've killed 2. There's 2 left. That's maths.
Yep, that is
The more you know.
13
maths.
intelligence maths. So, Duncan, we're actually back to your turn.
Duncan's blood is up, and while this is a defensible position, and he could quite happily stay here and hold it without too much trouble, he's going to charge off down the stairs.
Oh, there he goes.
Prey is getting away.
Okay,
Magnus runs in. Let's go.
25.
Yeah, who's currently sailing this
I'll
thing?
move you down.
Who knows?
And yes, you see the Marine is in this position where he is actually hiding, or trying to hide, behind the mainmast and the pumps that go down through this section. He is currently, it looks like he's about to start trying to reload his musket. But yeah, what do you do?
Look,
Okay.
I love fighters. So straightforward.
I mean, because I'm at 30 feet, just about there, but I have reach on my billet, so
Love
we're going
that.
to go ahead and hit him
So we love
from
a
long
polearm.
range. That's an 8, though. I suspect I have hit the mast.
Yes, an 8 will miss.
It's all right. Got his attention, though.
And we've reached that point in the fight where it's spilled over into another part of the map. So I'm adding more combatants to initiative.
Yay!
Hooray, more boys.
Todd, it is your turn.
These are our friends.
Yay.
Let me just. I suppose I'm following after the dunk, really.
That's where the blood is. Surely you can smell it.
Yeah, and he's probably. I mean, he's a nice boy, but blood and fighting in pack. So yeah, I'm following Dunk. Can somebody?
Okay, 5, 10, 15,
Foundry
20,
doing to
25, 30. Yeah. I'll get these bodies out of the way. Now,
Oh, thank you. So kind.
that is 30. So you'll need to double move if you want to go down the steps.
Yeah.
Or bonus action
Dunk's...
dash, cunning action dash.
Yes. Rogues
Which would
can
give you
do
an extra
that.
60. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do let's dash, I guess, after him.
Okay. So that'll bring
I don't know
you...
how that affects the mechanics, but that's what I want to do.
It's bonus action, so you still have your action.
So
cool.
question,
So you can still dagger him.
do you want to be in dagger range or bow range? Either works.
So, like, am I at the top of the stairs?
You can be at the top, at the bottom. You can be right next to the marine.
Yeah, with the dash, you've got a ton of movement now, so you can sort of end up
Look,
running.
I'm just gonna run and knife the guy, I think.
Okay. Give me a knife the guy roll, please.
Knife the guy roll.
With a shiny new knife.
Yeah, with the shiny new knife. Do I actually have? Is that the particular one that I have? It's got the same damage thing, doesn't it?
Let me
But it has
see.
the poison stuff on it, so if it's an actual
but I'm
item,
not doing that.
I know, but if it's an actual item, you definitely want it in your inventory.
Yeah,
We'll do it after.
looking at your
Yeah.
inventory.
Where'd that go? I remember
not added
finding it, but maybe I didn't add it.
It doesn't look like you've. It doesn't look like you've added it. I don't see it in your inventory. Let me quickly.
Okay, I must have found it and clicked on it, but not clicked add, I guess.
Yeah.
There's
So let me just quickly check.
2 daggers, and I have a small knife.
+1 to attack and damage with it. So
Oh, it's +1. There you go.
Yeah, that is definitely worth knowing.
So if you roll a normal dagger and add 1 to your hit.
Yeah. Or I'll just find the. Are you finding the thing, or do I need to find the thing?
Just trying to remember what it's called. It was the
Dagger
Oh,
of Venom.
it's
Dagger of Venom.
Venom.
Okay, cool.
Tis in the chit.
Dagger of Venom, add to equipment. Wield. So, Zindy, you should be able to just hit refresh on your character sheet now.
Okay, let's see what D&D Beyond does to me. I've been grappling with tabletop. Yeah, there it is. I see it. Yay. All right, knife the guy button then. Let's see what this refresh dice does. 18? 18.
18 hits, yes.
Okay. And is Dunk within 5 feet?
No, so
No,
I didn't
no,
get close enough,
okay.
so you'll just be
cool.
dagger damage.
Now,
Regular
it
damage.
doesn't
Okay.
do bonus poison damage because you need to use an action.
No, I didn't turn that on.
Yep, to turn that on.
Yep.
But that's okay.
9 points.
Oof.
Close.
You keep almost murdering these people before
Mhm.
fully murdering them.
Level 4.
And so
Wait, that rolled a 1d4 plus 5, but the thing next to the dagger says 1. Oh no, I was looking at the next one down, the rapier. Never mind.
yeah, so you actually rolled max damage on that a whole.
I did. Max
9
damage.
with a dagger is really good.
Is a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
That's 8. Yeah, that's like
The
almost
dagger
max
with
damage.
an entire knoll behind it.
Yeah, so you basically shank him in the chest, and he's looking really, really rough. If that's your turn, Todd, because you've already used your bonus action and your move.
Yeah.
So, for narrative purposes, since this guy's almost dead, you'll see a dark green skin orc loom out of the darkness from the cell behind the marine. This is the cell next to the one that the 4 of you were imprisoned in when the journey started. And we'll say that the dagger actually made the marine reel back against the bars, and these 2 big hands just come around, grab him around the throat.
Yeah!
Crack.
Fuck him up.
And I think at this point, you all know that there is one more marine somewhere on this boat.
Ooh, it's like a little treasure hunt.
I assume he's driving it.
And they will be coming. Actually, yes, they will be coming up the fore hatch, which I didn't properly put on here, but that's okay. So they. So this guy's dead. I'm just going to move him to represent the new guy. So they're going to come up and look through and see monsters and murder. I'm going to let the four of you decide. Are you just going to kill him, or are you going to try to intimidate him? Or something else?
I think we should throw the intimidate check just on
Duncan's
principle.
not trying. He's
But
just
he just
full predatory fish mode.
True.
Yeah.
So I'll say...
So, like, if Todd puts a furry hand on his chest and slows him down a little, then yes, he won't instantly kill him, but...
No,
murderous
Todd's in
intent
kill mode.
is...
Todd's in
yeah.
kill mode.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
the two,
I think. Yeah,
the two
impulse
slightly
control.
rabid ones up the front.
Yeah, impulse control and calm emotions are upstairs.
Okay, in that case, we'll keep going through initiative.
So was it impulse control, calm emotions, blood frenzy, and
You see...
Blood frenzy. There's
And-
two.
and-
wild
and
animal.
And Todd.
Yeah, and Blood
Todd.
Frenzy 1 and
Todd.
2.
a familiar
Featuring
Goliath...
Todd.
A familiar
Blood
Goliath...
frenzy fish.
A familiar Goliath in the cell is going to stand and look through the bars at the two of you and say, and he's going to turn to a redhead halfling behind him and say,
I owe you $10.
not $10, but yes, I owe you a meal. Gwendolyn, you've seen them run down to the lower deck. You've heard unpleasant noises from down there.
Gwendolyn will oh, she's not wearing a dress. Yeah, Gwendolyn will saunter downwards.
Okay.
Are we still in initiative?
Yep, I will move you there. That is
Thank
as
you.
far as you can go. And you can see that there is one more Marine has just come up through this hatch and is looking at you with alarm in his eyes, but also has his musket aimed.
Oh, fireball.
Fireball?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, firebolt.
Take out half the
Fireball,
prisoners with him.
The gunpowder lights up below the ship. It explodes.
You're actually not far from the magazine, but yeah.
I'm concerned.
Firebolt. It's targeted.
Okay.
Will his gunpowder explode?
It's only an 8 to hit, which sounds low.
8 does not hit.
All right. Well, you'll just see like a little fireball float past, and as it goes past, you'll be like, "Oh, is that you?"
Did you say Rima? Your voice cut out for a
Rima,
second.
yeah.
Yep.
I went too high. I squeaked.
We will come to
Discord said no.
Rima's response on her turn. Next, you'll see there is a young drow, dark elf convict in the cell who kept to themselves during the first leg of your journey, as the orc did. She is going to walk up sort of beside the Goliath and just sort of peek around and say nothing. She's got short cut dark hair, and she's just going to give a sly smile. She is enjoying this turn of events. And then Rima is going to run to the bars, grab them, look through and say, "Ha! I knew you'd be back. I hoped you'd be back. I didn't know, but I hoped. And here you are. All right."
I love it. Chaos Gremlin. Join our party.
Terminal friends.
So we need to find the keys.
And Drench,
Yeah,
it is your turn.
please.
Yay. He will follow along, please. 5, 10. I'll dash if I have to.
Oh yeah. No one has no one has felt up the
20,
corpses.
25.
Of-
We can do that after.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Shortly, yeah.
How far can I get if I dash? Can I get to their cage?
I'll say yes. Yep.
Sure. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Hey, Rima. Virgin. Hey, man. How are you doing?
So
Is this gonna say hello?
they'll respond on their turn.
Yeah.
The Marine is going to shoot the nearest target, which is now Drench,
Oh no.
who's so rudely ignoring him.
Excuse me, combat.
I am important and
First of
very
all,
scary.
rude.
That's an 8.
I've got a gun.
So another musket shot is going to go wide.
Damn, man, my AC's only 10.
You know, this is a target-rich environment. I think I actually need to roll to see whether it hits a stray.
Scatters.
I'm going to roll a d20. If it's 15 or above, it hits someone else.
Okay.
It's an 18. Okay.
Oh, he's a lucky
Ooh.
duck.
So
Roll to
like ducks in a
whom?
row. That's
1,
funny.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30. I'll just go for the 3 of you. I'm not going to shoot my convicts.
Please don't. Oh, they're
Okay.
in bars anyway.
I've been through enough.
1, 2 is Duncan. 3, 4 is Gwendolyn. 5, 6 is Todd.
Boy, here it comes.
It's a 5. Todd. A stray bullet hits you for 14 points of piercing damage.
Jesus.
Unhappy hyena noises. 14.
is
14. Where's
rough.
my tracker?
And
14.
the Marine
Ow.
looks over the smoke of that his musket is just let out and sees the angry knoll that he has just.
Yeah, all teeth.
Yeah.
You hit the
All
worst one.
teeth.
to
Yeah,
hit,
this
I
was
think.
sort of almost a reflex reaction. You know, Marine down, bad guys, shoot. What am I up against? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oops.
And he's actually just going to freeze there at that point. He's not going to move any further. Duncan.
Whee! Fish murder mode, engage.
Fish murder mode.
Oh, it's only a 10 to hit, though.
Not enough.
Yeah, going wide. That's a shame.
He has gone
clearly-
to blood frenzy.
Yeah, all of the skill is gone. It's now just like a hatchet work with the billhook, and I'm hitting the hatch,
Todd.
which is a shame.
What's Todd going to do?
He's gonna fucking leap on the guy and knife him.
Okay.
Drench will politely move out of the way.
25. Yep. You've got enough movement.
Yep.
Um,
Okay. Hopefully I can actually hit him though. He's not engaged with anyone, is he?
He's
he
engaged with
is. Yeah.
He is, okay. Cool. So how do I do that? I roll my regular one and then
It still rolled a hit, and then you add sneak damage.
Yeah.
and then
if
I
you
sneak
hit.
it.
If you hit.
Alright.
If you hit.
If I hit, I really
Yeah. But you got the fancy dagger.
in this moment I really want it to 12.
Was that with advantage?
No,
Oh
doesn't
no,
have
it wasn't.
advantage.
Oh, it doesn't have
Should
advantage.
No.
It's
You
one
get
off. It's one off. If any
Yeah.
of you have inspiration, you could spend it to add 1 to that roll, if any of you have it.
I don't.
Look, I
use
was in
No, I used mine last time.
Foundry, but I didn't bully you about it.
You've also got bonus action second dagger.
it. You got a bowler. Oh, bonus action secondary. You got a bully.
Well, I'll do that then.
Okay. Hit him again.
Hit him again.
The moral
Hopefully,
is
hit
to
him
bully the
first time.
DM.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
22.
20.
22
There you
gets
go.
him.
22
Hey.
hits.
Yes.
Yeah,
So that will
okay.
be
I don't think
without that won't be dagger of venom. That'll be your
Yep,
other.
it's the other
Yeah.
dagger.
offhand.
But you
And
do
I
get
do get
you do get sneak attack because it is your first
Yes.
hit.
Yes,
Alright.
correct.
even
It'll
if it's
still get
offhand, do you sneak attack?
I'm saying
I don't
yeah.
know, Rose.
Yeah, it's just first hit,
Nothing
right?
that
Yeah,
says
I
you
I
can't.
believe it's first
So
hit.
the damage roll,
Yeah.
and then I also scroll down and hit the sneaky button.
Yes.
Yep.
Is that how that works? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So reg
Yeah,
dagger,
once per turn when you hit with an attack.
which is
with a
only
finesse or range
which is
weapon.
5 damage,
That's good
And-
for a dagger. That's 5's great.
and then sneaky.
Sneak attack.
Gives him an 11.
Yay!
Him in
that
the
will-
face.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Since this
he
is
just
the
gets
last
body checked by
Yeah.
Noel.
since this is the
Sorry.
last Marine on the boat, how does Todd do this?
He just leaps on him. There's a knife in there somewhere, but there's also a lot of teeth and claws, and just that guy got knolled.
Okay. It is a bloody mess. The other convicts, because there are also convicts in these cells, I just haven't actually made tokens for them, but they are shouting and yelling and cheering and banging on the bars. There's a lot of noise being made down here. You're sure that there must be... you don't think there are any more Marines about there, but there are probably sailors, seamen, working on the upper deck.
Oh, that's who's driving.
Sailors, of course.
So they have no captain to give them orders at the moment. The last thing they saw, their boatswain had gone down to the captain. Then they heard a lot of gunshots and shouting and screaming. And
snarling and laughing.
What are the four of you going to do next? I'll say you're out of initiative at this point, but that could change.
All right. Well, I will be right back. Drench is going to go back to the captain.
Okay. The captain is still tied up and seems to have stopped struggling for now because of the supremely good work that was done tying him up.
If anyone else wants to do other stuff, but I'm basically just going to take the thing out of his mask and ask him where the keys are.
Oh, cool.
And he...
3 keys, man.
He's going to say, what keys? You had the keys.
Right, these are the keys to the cells?
Keys to everything.
Whoa,
Just one
that's crazy,
key?
man. Cool. Anyway.
There are multiple keys on the chain.
And Drench will put those in his hair, and then he's going to tie his mouth shut again, and he's going to take his hat.
With that, you elicit a series of muffled curses.
Hey, I guess I'm the captain now, man. And he's going to walk off. Back downstairs. Hey, guess what? I had keys all along, man. My bad.
Duncan has wandered off into a bloodless corner just to kind of inhale, exhale slightly.
Oh, buddy.
And is now somewhat back to normal.
Okay. Hey, Todd, do you want to do the honors? I'm going to chuck the keys to Todd.
Todd looks a little bit shell-shocked because he just...
maybe we don't throw the keys to Todd. He might eat them.
Maybe don't give the keys to Todd.
Gwendolyn! Do you want the honors?
It would be my delight.
There you go, my lady.
Gwendolyn is going to put the key in the lock, but then she's just going to check that no one in this cell is interested in murdering anyone currently outside of the cell, are they? Just as a quick head check.
This is the 4 you've already met, yes?
Yes. I mean, 2 of you I have quite good vibes from, but the other 2, we didn't talk much.
The orc is going to say, I got a thing or two to say to that bosun.
Oh, we already
said it, darling. She is currently in the captain's quarters with her throat ripped out. If you'd like to go and see it, you can sort of kick the body if you like.
Who did that?
It was group effort.
I realize that all of us have blood all around our mouths except for Gwen.
Yeah, Gwen. Actually, all 3 of us have blood all the way down.
It could have been any one of us, man.
Pristine.
While she's... Oh, God.
She's got an anime sparkle.
Yeah. She's gorgeous.
He says, I would have liked to have done that myself, but at least I got to watch this.
Yeah, that was
and he snapped the other guy. That was all right.
Yeah, that was
Thank you
cool.
for your assistance. So everyone good? Just going to turn the key. Hope for the best.
Yeah, you don't think they're going to say anything that's going to stop you from letting them out of their cage.
Wow,
I assume you're all as innocent as we were, but if anyone does happen to be a sort of psychopathic serial killer, do give a heads up.
Hey, Todd.
Let's not judge based on what we just saw of us, but
Todd encouragingly is responding to his name and looked over.
Hey, Todd, come here.
Anyway, Gwendolyn will open the lock and open the door, and
while the door is opening, Drench is just going to be like, come here, man. Come here.
Yep, okay. Todd just kind of shuffles over there.
Bring it in, man. Come on.
Yep, okay. So we're doing hugs? We're doing hugs.
We're doing hugs and also cure wounds.
Big boy hugs.
It's well, I mean, Todd is less hugs and kind of snoot.
Yeah. 12 points of healing to Ton.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
So as
'Cause he did get pretty shot.
He did.
as the cell door swings open, the orc steps out first. Vargad, the Goliath, follows him out as Rima actually runs out between the two of them, runs out into the middle of the deck and looks around excitedly and says, "Okay, so what's the plan?"
Not setting the boat on fire, man. I'm so sorry.
We are going to put a pin in fire on boat for now. But we may have another
Spill the
use
flight.
for you.
And Vargad says, "We heard extensive commotion upstairs. What am I right in assuming that this is effectively your boat now?"
Yeah,
Point at the captain's hat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We all
Well-
sort of look at Drench.
I mean, don't mind that. Sorry. I mean, the captain is still alive. He's
Actually, now
hogtied.
Drench is the captain of 2 boats, so you're Commodore Drench.
Admiral, it's a fleet.
Admiral, we've got a fleet. Is 2 a fleet?
I don't know.
It's admiral or fleet captain. It really depends.
I mean, the real captain is still alive. I will let you in on that for now, I guess. He is hogtied. But I did take his hat, man, so I don't know. I do know how to, like, do a ship, I kinda.
The orc says, "Is he alive for a reason?"
Back up, just in case.
I guess that's the
Well-
reason.
We're
At least
planning
when-
to Duncan from like the berths on the other side, having sort of had a little bit of a calm down. We're planning to use this ship to send some people home. So if we can keep as much of the crew as possible alive, we don't have to send anyone who doesn't want to go.
Unless you guys think that the sailors could, like, boat the ship? Boat the ship? How do you drive a ship? Pilot a
Man.
ship?
Steer the
Captain.
ship.
You
Man
man
a
it.
ship. Person a ship. Unless you think the sailors can person a ship without the captain. Maybe they can. I don't know.
We weren't quite sure how vital he was to the running of things, but we did sort of want to just check before we,
Yeah, you
cross
kinda-
any bridges we can't uncross, so to speak.
The orc says, "You don't need to be a captain. You don't need to be experienced. You'll be able to tell a bunch of people where to take us, right?"
No, that's so true. And you know what? They don't have to go back to, like, Heron's Perch or anything. If we put a bunch of people who don't want to hang around on the main too, they can go anywhere they want.
At this point, the convicts in the other cells are
Oh.
starting to rattle and saying, "Hey, what about us?"
Gwen?
So,
What was that? You cut out.
yeah, she's gonna say something along the "oh no," and then sort of look questioningly to the others because we didn't actually talk about whether we were just gonna let everyone out. But I mean, there's no reason not to, right?
I mean, probably shoot if we wanted to like us.
Vargad,
Politically, it's a good move.
the Goliath. If Gwendolyn looks like she's about to sort of walk past and free the other prisoners, Vargad will say, "A word of advice: if you want to keep anyone above deck alive on this ship, I'd recommend stipulating that. Probably a few people here looking to, well, do what you just did, to be honest."
And fair enough. All right, everyone. My name is Gwendolyn. I was until a few days ago in this beautiful cabin here, the one covered with weird fish water. So we are staging a mutiny and something of a rebellion on land. We are planning to liberate Liberty Bay from the fuckstains who have put us in to this situation. I don't know about the rest of you, but I certainly didn't do anything that they claimed that I did, nor did any of these fine, gentle creatures. So, we are going to let you all out. We are going to discuss some forward actions, but I would like to request that for now, you consider what you just saw your vicarious revenge and do not harass, murder, or I guess more than likely intimidate the rest of the crew until we figure out what we're doing. Everyone fine with that?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage,
That's
because
got to be a pretty big advantage.
you have 3 allies dripping with blood around you.
Guidance.
Guidance, yay. Okay, so that is 18, and then guidance is D4?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
18. 21.
21.
And Gwendolyn is the only clean one in a group dripping with gore.
The
Like
other
a hot
Also,
lady
she's
surrounded
pretty
by.
hot and has a nice rack.
Right, she's super hot, surrounded by
She's
these
wearing
3
her
guys.
slutty pirate shirt.
Covered
Yeah.
in blood.
the other, the convicts who are still currently imprisoned will look at each other, and you can see, yeah, right, yeah, okay, they're doing this.
Yeah, she has like the bosun's flintlock pistol hanging off her other hip. So now she's got a pistol
And,
and,
and, you got the stick.
and a stick and a trident. We're full ridiculousing at the moment. Anyway, she's gonna go around and let them all out.
Duncan's going to go upstairs to the main deck and
Ooh, yes.
inform the rest of the crew about the change of
Okay,
management.
cool.
Drench would
Yeah.
also like to come because he's got the hat on.
So, as you come up, we'll go through this fairly quickly. As you come up to the main deck, you'll see that the sailors have stopped what they are doing, and they've all readied themselves with cutlasses, because they had no idea what to expect. They've been waiting for someone to come up and tell them what's going on. And the sight of the two of you coming up, they are obviously concerned, but they look like they might be ready to fight if they think they can win. But what do you do?
We have
Peace.
incredibly bloody Todd stick his head up.
Drench's just gonna say peace. I think I am your captain now.
Nobody do anything stupid, and we all walk away from here.
Persuasion check. Whichever of you wants to make it, you can roll with advantage because the other is helping.
What's
That'll
your
be Drench.
persuasion? What's yours?
-1.
Okay. With advantage? Mine is a very tentative +1.
Yeah, or Duncan, you could. Yours was
8.
sort of an intimidation, but
Still -1.
yeah, okay.
I got an 8.
I built an uncharismatic fish.
I have an uncharismatic druid.
Oh, fish. I mean,
We've got 2 very clever people trapped in some very dim bodies.
Okay. So
It's like-
one of the. So you two have come up here through the after hatch. These are the sailors. We've just made them visible on deck. The one nearest to Duncan is going to charge. Not going to make you roll initiative yet. It's going to try to hit Duncan. Whether this does anything to Duncan will probably have a big impact on what happens next.
Oh no.
Screenshotting this.
Oh. It's either really, really good or really, really bad.
it's
one
either
or
a
a 20,
20 or a 1. Yeah.
Is it both? I don't want to.
It's a natural one.
Hey!
It slips on all the blood and fish water.
It falls
Oh heavens.
There it
flat
is.
on his face at Drench's feet and looks up at Drench. And what does Drench do?
Hey man.
Sorry,
Drench or
Duncan.
Yeah, bro.
Duncan. Yes, what does Duncan do?
Well, Duncan will have dropped the billhook into like a ready to receive charge position when he started moving, but having watched him fall flat on his ass, he's just going to put up the billhook and offer him a hand to bring him back up and say that would be a stupid thing to do. But I'll let it slide as long as it doesn't happen again.
Lied.
One of the other sailors on deck is going to say, right, Captain, new orders?
Weigh
have-
anchor.
What
Remember,
was
we're
that?
staying here for a bit, so we're gonna want to stop.
Drop anchor.
There we go.
Weigh anchor.
Isn't weigh anchor bring it up?
Oh, is it?
No idea. I mean, we don't know boats, so
Which one is it? Is it up or down?
Pump the brakes, baby.
Put the big heavy thing on the bottom of
Yeah.
the ocean.
Weigh means to take it up.
Oh.
Oh, my bad.
I'll
don't
drop
do
the
that.
anchor then.
Is it drop anchor? Is that the phrase? Do they have a phrase for it?
I think it is just drop the anchor or
Drop the anchor.
lower the anchor. Because
Drop the anchor.
Boat also help me.
Or
So help me gods.
one of the sailors is going to say, "Where's the bosun?"
Unavailable right now.
Jones is sweating through his fur.
And he says,
A new bosun will be coming along shortly.
In fact, he's right
When
here.
got a stick.
you see a few of them exchange glances, and there's a smile. You don't think they liked the bosun very much either.
Yeah, let's go.
And so one of the sailors will basically, realizing somebody needs to give orders about how to coordinate this sort of thing, and will immediately start saying, all right, you there, take in those sails, you get ready to drop the anchor, all the stuff you need to do. And so it is underway. After a few minutes, everything has been, all of the rigging has been done. The ship comes to a stop, and the anchor is dropped into Liberty Bay, and Newland comes to a stop, and you are still far enough away from the settlement of Liberty Bay that you think that even if they had a spyglass, they would not be able to see that anything unusual has happened aboard the boat, except that it has come to a stop.
Now, we're going to stay here. Well, you're going to stay here for a while, but shortly there will be a need for this ship to come into port. We're just delaying it by a little bit.
Yeah. Also, I mean, just to be totally transparent, we did let all the other, convicts is a word that I don't like using. The other incarcerated people are now free. So, they're not going to hurt you, man, so don't worry about it.
This makes the sailors a little nervous, and even as you say it, you look down, you can see that the orc that you freed is waiting to come up the steps behind you.
Please, welcome.
And the orc walks up onto the deck. She'll move his figure up. Stands over one of the sailor who slipped, who is now stood up, but the orc is larger than him anyway and is standing over him, and he says,
A lot of big boys.
"Hey, you weren't too bad. You get to live."
You're just stupid.
Don't say that. Don't say that to the man. You don't freak him out.
Looks around the rest of them and says, "You lot, seems to me our rescuers here have a plan. You do anything to get in the way of that, you'll answer to me.
Mhm.
You hear me?"
Okay.
We have a volunteer bosun.
Yeah, okay. Nice and calm. Don't freak him out, man.
He's going to automatically succeed on his intimidation check.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm intimidated.
And you think the orc who introduces himself as Gab is his name.
Gab.
He says that, well, it's up to you whether you want his muscle to come along with you, or do you want him to stay behind and just make sure discipline remains on the ship? Because
I feel like he's a great person to leave in charge on the ship.
He seems like he's got it handled,
Yeah.
because I'd rather have the Goliath if we had to choose.
and the Goliath
Yeah,
will
me
say
too.
his concern is that if there's nobody to keep a watch on them, then a lot of convicts will probably just jump overboard and swim to shore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, this orc has got his shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you want that hat, man?
I'm gonna give him the stick, but I want it back. Borrow this for a moment if you would like.
I'm not a hat guy.
He would like the hat.
You can have the hat. Man.
Okay.
I don't wear hats.
And says, I'll take the bosun's rattan too if you're offering it.
She is offering it, but
Oh, you want to keep
Yeah,
it
she-
though.
I do want it back.
There's-
So she's she's like, I want this.
It's an orc. They like trophies.
there's,
Personal.
all right, I'll take it. Means you have to come back. Remember to come back and get it.
Consider it
That's
a
almost romantic.
That sounds very flirty. Wow.
Yeah,
Pretty
I mean they're
blend. All the boys.
both green. She's
gonna
blue.
say.
Actually,
Big green
he's
He's like a hot
probably-
green oak girl from a bad
Yeah,
fantasy game.
He's probably into that.
Good
So
for him.
he's shooting a shot.
Yeah. His powder's dry.
So Rima and Vargad and
besties.
the female drow
Hi, girly pop.
join you, and Rima's going to say, okay, so this was the first step of the plan, right?
Oh yes, this is a
Yeah.
several point plan.
Unfurl the scroll.
Which you don't have, because you sent
No,
it to
We
the
gave
wizard.
it away.
We sent
Yeah.
that to the wizard.
Did we keep
It
an
would work
early
anyway.
draft?
In our
Fine.
heads, in our hearts.
You have the early draft, which is actually this long, and has huge
Yeah.
entire paragraphs that have been crossed out.
Sopping wet.
Gwendolyn is gonna pat Rima in a non-condescending way, and she's like, "You get to help us take over the town."
And she says, I knew it. I knew it. I knew. Didn't I tell you? She says to Vargad. And Vargad says, You
She's
were
vibrating.
correct. You were correct, but I do think you are mistaking hope for knowledge. And Rima says, "Shut up. I'm right. That's what matters. Okay, I'm right." So,
You got a point. She's.
I feel like he's the brains and she's the brawn.
He just
Well,
directs
there's a
her at things
reason.
he wants to explode.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shakes her up and opens the can, and
and Vargad is going to say, well, I think it's fair to say that whatever it is you need help with, we owe you a great deal, and we'll see it done.
Great.
Wonderful. Step into the captain's quarters, and we'll go from there. Before we leave, though, loot the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, we cast loot.
I think this is a great place to finish tonight's session.
Yes.
I will, tally up what materials you have found before the next session throughout the boat, and you can begin the next session by telling your new convict allies what exactly you want them to do once you return to town.
Wow.
Make her wet the
So-
gunpowder and break her
Yes.
heart.
Yes. Oh.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you to my players. That was really fun.
that's a good
Mutiny
session
on the
all around.
Newland.
We did it.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we've
Uh,
successfully mutinated.
Hooray.
We did such revenge.
We will be back in a week's time for step 2 or stage 2 of the plan to
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
liberate Liberty Bay. See you
Actually,
then.
yeah, the thing after kill the bosun was question marks, and the thing after that is profit. So we're winning.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bye.